And a very pleasant good evening, everyone. From historic Breeze Stevens Field in downtown Madison, DailyDodge.com presents the high school football game of the week. And tonight, we've got a Badger South Conference opener as the Watertown Goslings are in town to take on the Edgewood Crusaders. Hi again, everybody. Mike Tronson with you at the football field, joined by my good friend and partner, Tim Haldeman. And we've got Justin Wilski, our videographer and engineer, here on site tonight. And this broadcast on DailyDodge.com is being presented to you tonight exclusively by Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly. And tonight's game also brought to you by Reed Chrysler, Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance agent, Beaver Dam Community Hospital, Landmark Credit Union, Air Care, and Columbus Family Dental. Welcome into our broadcast, everyone, on this sunny, comfortable Friday evening. It is week 3 of the high school football season. I'm glad to be back after a rare night off last Friday. But, Tim, we've got a fun one tonight. We've got Edgewood and we've got Watertown. And let's start just for a moment with the Watertown Goslings because they're off to a good start. They're 2-0, and they're feeling pretty good about themselves right now as they enter into conference play.
Well, very true, Mike. And, they've got a high-flying attack, and Benji Camrath, the coach, at aerial attack going, and spread offense that is so very popular amongst so many high schools now in the past few years since the colleges have gone to that type of thing. And Watertown has defeated Baraboo and Mount Horeb the first couple of weeks. A couple of other teams that are in the other conference in the Badger. But neither one of those two teams have won a ball game this year. And Edgewood is just the opposite. They played two teams that have won, one being DeForest and the other being Sauk Prairie. And both of those clubs have won both games. Sauk Prairie was the victor against Edgewood by a score of 19-13, whereas DeForest came out the winner 47-0, but DeForest in a little different category than most high school teams. They've got quite the program. So we would expect a lots of balls in the air here tonight, and if you plan on having the game done by 10 o'clock tonight, you might be disappointed.
That is for sure. It should be a fun one here. You look at Watertown, they're off to that 2-0 start as we talked about, and the Goslings trying to build on the momentum that they've been gaining here over the last couple of seasons. You go back 2 years ago to 2016, Watertown finished 6-5 overall. Then you go to 2017, I should say, which was 2 years ago, and they were 4-6. Then last year up to 7-4, and now they're trying to, improve upon that this year. Watertown has made the playoffs 8 straight years. They're looking for Watertown's been doing in over the last couple of seasons, and that's improved. You look at Edgewood here over recent years. 2016 they were 2-7. 2017 they were just 1-8. Last year they did improve a bit. They were 3-6. And so, again, off to the rough start here this year, but, again, conference play starting tonight. Everybody's 0-0 in conference coming into tonight's action. We'll be having the introductions, the national anthem here in just a couple of moments. We do want to run down the starting lineups for tonight's game while we have a few moments here. And we'll start with the Watertown offensive unit. Of course, the Goslings coached by the aforementioned Benji Camrath. And Benji, of course, a Mayville High School graduate and played some college ball up in my hometown of Minneapolis at the University of Minnesota. He was a Golden Gopher. The offensive starters for Watertown are as follows. Quarterback is Ethan Pauley, a 6'4", 207-pound senior. At running back, Dylan Sipple, a junior at 5'8", 173. The receivers getting the start are Evan Pauley, 6'4", 190-pound junior. Cade Euler, 5'10", 154, and a senior. Also at receiver, Corey Stoss, a senior at 6 feet tall, 145. And Daniel Deneau, he's a senior, 6 feet tall, 185-pounder. Looking at the offensive line, the tackles are Zach Pleister, 6'1", 219-pound senior, along with Zach Zubke, a senior at 6'7", 277. The guards getting the start, Braden Bolt, Jr., 6 feet tall, 240, and Clayton Kopet, a senior at 6 feet tall, 5'10", 193-pound senior. So those are your offensive starters for the Goslings tonight. Looking at the defensive starters for the Edgewood Crusaders, coached by Jesse Norris, they will start at defensive end, Matthew Koziar, 5'11", 224-pound senior. Also at D end, Nick Fox, 6'2", 220 and a senior. And the nose tackle is Gen Nagamatsu, 5'8", 224 and a sophomore. Outside linebackers, Logan Ritchie, 6 feet tall, 177 and a senior, along with Mark Herring. He is a freshman, 167. He's 6 feet tall. Those are the outside linebackers for you. The middle linebacker, or the Mike linebacker rather, is Connor Graben, 6 feet tall, 222 and a senior. And the will linebacker is Andrew Budzinski, 6 feet tall, 200 pounds and a sophomore. Looking at the secondary for the Crusaders, the cornerbacks are Ben Newton, 6'1", 151 and a junior. And Daniel James, 5'10", 156 and a senior. At safety is Jackson Trudgeon, 5'11", 160 and a sophomore. You know, these two teams a little bit, a contrast here because you've got Watertown, Tim, that brings back a lot of experience. They have a lot of seniors and some juniors in some very key positions. These are guys that have, as we said, have played in the program for the last couple of years. They've got a lot of experience. Edgewood, not as much. You look at this roster here, and they're a fairly young team, a little more inexperienced, but obviously, like you said, can't read into it too much. It's a small sample size. We've only seen 2 games out of both these squads, and you're right. Watertown played 2 teams that haven't won a game. Edgewood the opposite. They played 2 teams that haven't lost a game. So, you know what? Anything can happen here tonight.
Well, very true. And one thing that I always enjoy taking a look at is the front 5, Mike. The big guys up front, where the game is oftentimes won and lost. Watertown, their top 5 linemen from tackle to tackle average 250 pounds, whereas Edgewood averages 257 pounds. Now, that is just a bit skewed in the fact that they have a young man by the name of Pat Walter in the center, at the center position, at 6'7", 351. So we'll keep an eye out on that little matchup in the middle of the trenches tonight for you folks back home.
Again, we are coming to you live from Breeze Stevens Field. We are literally a stone's throw away from the State Capitol building here in beautiful downtown Madison. It is a gorgeous night. There is a bit of a breeze. The sun is out right now. In fact, we're gonna have a little fun looking into the sun here for about the first quarter and a half or so, especially if we look to our left.
It's called Breeze Stevens Field.
Yes,
that's why there's
a breeze. There you go.
You get it? Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
I didn't know if you were going to catch that.
I'm a little slower than you are, but I can get that. So, again, Badger South Conference opener for both of these squads. Watertown next week will continue a 2-game road trip with a visit to Monroe. That's a 7 o'clock September 20th to host Monona Grove. Meanwhile, for Edgewood, they are on the road the next couple of weeks at Oregon September 13th, and they go to Stoughton on September 20th.
You said this place is historic. That it is, Mike. We happen to notice on the field stone on the way walking past the East Washington Avenue here. It was built in 1934. It's home right now to a
soccer team.
Thanks, Mike. I was going to say that. Pro hockey team here in
soccer.
Did I say hockey?
You said hockey.
Pro soccer team here in Madison. And it has been home to everything. I've been here. I actually played baseball here back in the 70s when the right field fence was about 230 feet down about 800 feet down. It was about the left field line. So, yeah, I've been here for exhibition. Gosh, it's been home to a lot of things over the years. So, there'd be a lot of talk.
Yeah, what a place to play a game.
Artificial turf, too, by the way.
Well, that's it. There's turf down here, as you can probably see on the video camera, because they installed specifically for the soccer team here. Oh, we'll pause for the national anthem. And our national anthem here at Breeze Stevens Field in Madison. Thanks for tuning in for our high school football game of the week here on DailyDodge.com. Our presenting sponsor tonight is Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Reed Chrysler, Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance agent, Beaver Dam Community Hospital, Landmark Credit Union, Air Care, and Columbus Family Dental. My name is Mike Tronson, joined by my partner Tim Haldeman. Madison getting you set for football action. Badger South Conference opener. The Watertown Goslings, the Edgewood Crusaders. As you can see on your screen, Watertown tonight with the white jerseys, the blue numbers, the black pants. They got blue helmets with the white striping. And, of course, Edgewood tonight in the maroon jerseys and pants with the gold numbers and the gold helmets. And we're going to be underway here in just a moment. But just could the weather be any more perfect? I mean, Tim Haldeman, it's been just gorgeous the first couple of weeks of the high school football season.
Yeah, it's been just perfect. It'll be perfect tomorrow for the Badger home game at Camp Randall. And tell you what, you take a look at these two clubs, and Watertown has outscored their opponents by a score of 65-32, whereas Edgewood has been outscored 66-13. So I think it tells you that Edgewood struggling offensively with their unit that's trying to put some points on the board here, Mike, and that's oftentimes the case with young people.
Sam Klistinski will kick it away for Edgewood. It's going to be Corey Stoss and Daniel Deneau back deep to receive for the Goslings. We are ready for football. There's the whistle. The approach, and Klistinski's kick is in the air, end over end kick, and Deneau will take it and give it off to Stoss. He goes to the left side. He's across the 20, 25, 30. He's out across the 35 and run out of bounds on the far sideline over near the 40-yard line. So a very nice start to this game for the Goslings. They're going to have excellent field position to start off 1st and 10 from their own 41. They mark it back at the 39, and we're just underway here in Madison. Two receivers split wide to the near side. Another receiver wide to the left. They hand it off, though, and this is on the carry Sipple. He comes to the near side across the 40, out across the 45, and brought down near the 46-yard line. In on the tackle there was Jackson Trudgeon along with Nick Fox. But a nice pickup on first down for Sipple, the running back. Takes it out to the 47 is actually where they'll mark it, and it's going to be 2nd down and about 2 to go.
Boy, you had a nice group of blockers out there for him. A student body right. Nothing fancy, but just establishing the ground game.
Quarterback keeper, this is Evan Paul. He breaks a tackle, gets across the 50. First down and more as he's taken down near the 46-yard line of Edgewood. On the tackle for the Crusaders was the safety, Cecil Paulus, the 6-foot, 146-pound senior. But that's another nice gain of about 6 yards, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Goslings. Moving left to right as you see it on the screen in this first quarter of play. We're less than a minute in. No score as of yet, but Watertown already in Edgewood territory with a 1st and 10 from the Crusader 46. Out of the gun is Pauly throwing to the left side. It's caught, and Stoss breaking tackles. He's to the 40. Outside the numbers, tackled down near the 35-yard line. Nice catch that time by Corey Stoss, who was out on the left side. Took the toss from Ethan Pauly and broke a tackle and picks up.
Mike, I was able to watch a little bit of film on Watertown. And one thing, you're going to jailbreak screens, if you will, that type of play. It's really executed very, very well by Pauly on that last play.
1st and 10 for the Goslings from the Edgewood 35. Hand up to Sipple. Right side he goes, breaks the tackle, and he gets tripped up as he was lunging near the 30-yard line. I believe that was Connor Grabens, the middle linebacker, that was able to bring him down there, or get him by the ankles. And that is going to be, they're going to mark it, what?
We're going to give him 4.
Yeah, I would say 4-yard gain. They'll mark it around the 31-yard line, and it's 2nd and 6 for Watertown at the Edgewood 31. Two receivers left, one to the right. Out of the gun, Pauly fakes the handoff, throws it. It's batted down, and getting his big paw on that one was the right defensive end, Matthew Koziar, 5'11 senior, 224 pounder. He just put his big hand up and knocked her down.
Well, that's what you want to do when you only have a a short drop by the quarterback, who of course lines up in the shotgun formation initially, receives the step, only takes a step or two back. Quick read, and needless to say, you're not going to get there. So what you do, just put your hands up.
On 3rd and 6, another throw. It's incomplete. And that one was intended for Cade Euler. Nice coverage out there by the cornerback, Daniel James. You know, we talked about Edgewood having offensive struggles this year. Defensively, they haven't been all that bad, especially last week in the game that they played against Sauk Prairie. They were in it. They had a chance to win it thanks to their defense.
4-down situation here for Watertown.
And it looks like Paulie wanted to change the play. So it's knocked down, incomplete. It was intended for Deneau. Good coverage out there. So Watertown moving the ball. They got it into enemy territory in a hurry, but the drive stalls. And again, credit that Crusader defense. Edgewood making a stand early. They're going to take over on downs.
Well, it just goes to show that Watertown is really dependent upon the pass. You know, most high school teams run in order to establish the pass. Probably a little bit reversed for Watertown, and it showed on that particular play. Sipple with 3 carries for 19 yards. I mean, when you had 2nd down and 5, give it to them, feed them.
1st and 10 for the Crusaders on their own 30-yard line, moving right to left, and handoff by the quarterback Hartlieb, and the ball's on the floor, and there's a scramble for it.
Watertown says they got it.
Yep, and now we get a signal. It is Watertown football. So the handoff went to the running back, Elijah Gray, who fumbles, and Watertown recovers. Gray was the ball carrier, lost the handle on it, and the Goslings jump on it, and they have the ball back. They're going to have it right at the 30-yard line of Edgewood. So one play and a turnover for the Crusaders. Ouch, that hurts after the defense had given them the ball. Well, so 9:34 to go first quarter, no score, but Watertown gets it back.
Real important to get some points here off the turnover after having established the ground game, but now with an opportunity, you got to get some points on the board.
Quarterback keeper, this is Paulie to the outside, and he gets taken down after getting inside the 30-yard line.
He got one, and you can see already with Paulie at the, he's 6'4".
You got to watch that fake, because
well, he's 6'4", and the linebacker's going to have to keep an eye on him, but he doesn't have the quickness that Sipple does out of the backfield.
Watertown with a 2nd down and 9 on the Edgewood 29-yard line. Paulie out of the gun, takes the snap. Incomplete. Looks like he wanted to hit Cade Euler across the middle. There was good coverage there. Andrew Budzinski was there, and so was Cecil Paulus.
Oh. See.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Goslings. We have 8:55 remaining in the opening quarter here at Breeze Stevens Field. Thanks for tuning in to DailyDodge.com for our high school football game of the week. Glad to have you with us. And it's now again on the Edgewood 29-yard line. 2nd offensive possession for the Goslings. And Paulie takes the snap out of the gun, throws, caught by Euler. He's inside the 25 and down near the 1-yard line. Tackle on the play by Jackson Trudgeon. And that's enough, though, for a Watertown first down as they marked the 19, so they're almost in the play. And that will move for Watertown at the Edgewood 19. Just under 9 minutes in the openings. 3 trips to the left, 1 to the right. Sipple in the backfield, standing just to the left. Quarterback who keeps it straight and run down inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. It is Ethan Paulie, the senior quarterback. 15 is where they'll mark it. 2nd down and a long 5 or a short 6. Take your pick. And Watertown down the door thanks to that edge for a moment ago. 2nd and 5 for the Goslings. Paulie will hand it to Sipple. Right side he goes. Little spin move. Gets inside the 15. Now the ball is out and Edgewood see here. Signal from the initial is Edgewood football. Sipple fumbles. So each team now with a turnover. And Edgewood, their defense comes up big again. Time they cover the fumble by Sipple. They're going to have the ball at their own 11-yard line, 1st and 10. So they're deep in their own end. but they dodge another bullet.
Well, field position has been of what the entire game, but no point scored. We're even Steven there. So Edgewood's got to get out of the shadows of their goal post here to try to get their offense in gear.
First and 10 for the Crusaders. They'll put receivers to the left side. One, actually two split now wide to the right. Throwing to the near side, incomplete. It's out of bounds. They wanted to hit Trudgeon, 5'11", 160, and a sophomore. And out of bounds and bring up second down and 10 for the Crusaders. Yeah, the defense, they're making plays. Now to get that offense rolling for the Crusaders here. Again, the defense kept them in the game last week. They had a chance against Sauk Prairie. That was a close game. Two receivers right, one to the left. Man, not going anywhere. Smothering defense by Watertown as Gray took the handoff. And Evan Pauley, outside linebacker, was one of the guys in there. A couple other white jerseys there as well. What? Wait a minute. We have a flag, and it's illegal procedure against Edgewood. I didn't see the flag come out.
And
it's being declined.
Yep,
yeah. They'll decline. And if I'm Watertown, I'd do the exact same thing because right now it's third down and long. It's third and about 12. Yep, third and about 12 as the ball is back at the just around the 8-yard line. So Watertown thinking, hey, we get a stop here on third down. We stand to get the ball back in some very excellent field position. All right, third and long. Let's see if the Crusaders can pull one out of the hat here, as they say. And Hartley takes the snap out of the gun, looking to throw. Near side, incomplete. That one, again, off the mark a little bit as he wanted to hit Logan Ritchie, the intended receiver. But now it's fourth down, a punting situation here for Edgewood. Ben Newton will come on to punt it away. And again, for Watertown, they're going to get some pretty good field position out of this, one would think. We have 7:25 remaining in the opening quarter of play. No score as of yet. Beautiful. All right, and here is Newton back to punt it away. He's in his own end zone. And now they snap it back to Newton, and he will kick it away. And it's going to be fielded by Euler at the 36. Tees to the right side, outside the numbers 30, 25, and run out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So it's going to be a really short field for the Watertown Goslings as Newton had to kick out of his own end zone. And Euler fielding it near the 36 and was able to take it down inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. That's where it'll be first and 10 for the Goslings. On this first and 10 play, two receivers left, one to the right. Sipple to the right of the quarterback, Pauley, taking the snap out of the gun, throws it left side, and he's got a man. That's Deneau, makes the catch. He dives, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Watertown. 22-yard pass play from Ethan Pauley to Daniel Deneau, and with 7:10 to go first quarter, it is 6-0 in favor of Watertown.
Deneau lining up on the left side and made a nice move down the field after about 10 yards. Faked inside, moved to the outside, just absolutely depleted his defensive back. He was wide open in the left side, got it at about the 5, maybe, and walked into the end zone. Brandon
Fisher will attempt the extra point for Watertown with 7:10 to go first quarter. Goslings just getting some personnel set. Good, 7:10 to go first quarter, and it's now Watertown 7 and Edgewood nothing. We'll take a 1-minute break. 1-minute break, and we're back after this on DailyDodge.com.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamb, this world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Yes, I'm a dreamer. Contact the Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC at 920-887-9700 in Beaver Dam today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam, we are a second-generation family-owned business that has been in the Beaver Dam community for over 25 years. Our goal is to make the process of buying a vehicle fun again. No pressure, no hassle, just quality customer service from our friendly and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. The worst that can happen is we shake hands and part as friends, and if you catch us on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing homemade cookies. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam.
And we are back in Madison as the sun now starting to set. We can actually see the left side of the field. And it's going to be Brandon Fisher to kick it away for Watertown after the Goslings just found the end zone a few moments ago. Here's the approach, and the kick is up. A little low kick, and it's going to take a couple of bounces, be fielded back near the 12-yard line. Right side 20, 30-yard line. Jackson Trudgeon on the return. And they'll mark it actually around the 31 maybe, and that's where it'll be 1st and 10 for Edgewood. Now, actually, we'll call it the 30. They moved it back just a little bit, as they like to do in high school football.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Now trailing 7-0 in the game. The defense, you can't fault them too much, as, Watertown had some really short fields to work with. They took advantage of the short field a moment ago. But anyways, here we go. Edgewood back to work. Hartlieb out of the gun. Elijah Gray, the running back behind him on 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, throws, it's caught. This is Trudgeon breaking one tackle. Now flag comes in as Trudgeon couldn't escape the wave of defenders that was coming at him. Penalty laundry on the carpet.
They're going to call a hold as Edgewood lined up with a bunch formation over here on the near sideline. And they hit the receiver with a quick out. And one of his buddies grabbed a hold of a Watertown guy, and a nice young fellow that he is, number 5 out there. We got to give him credit. That is Daniel James. Just picked up that penalty flag and gave it to the referee. When was the last time you saw that?
I haven't. Not that I can recall. Anyways, good for him.
He gets the sportsmanship award.
He
for
does.
Tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're into that kind of stuff, Mike.
1st down and about 21 from the 19-yard line. He gets the personnel situated. They're going to put trips to the left. 3 receivers, near side of the again, out of that shotgun with Elijah Gray just to his right side. And Hartlieb, as they blow the play dead, he tossed it to Gray, but the play was blown dead. And Watertown clapping.
Yep, that'll cost them 5.
Yep, 5-yard penalty. That's going to put it back to the 14-yard line. It's going to be, 1st and 26.
I'm going to need help come Monday when I go to the chiropractor. My head is going to be stuck looking to the right. Everything's been to the right
in
here,
this first quarter it has. With 6:55 remaining in the first quarter, Watertown 7 and Edgewood nothing.
I'd love to give them a little free airtime, but nothing's free on this.
1st and about 26, we'll call it, back of the 14. And Hartlieb has it, looking to throw. Now he's being flushed out of the pocket, and he's sacked! Sacked on the play by Dylan Snody, senior, 6'1", 238, got in there, and Hartlieb just couldn't get away. And another loss that's going to put this back, at the 10-yard? Yeah, the 10-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 30. Yeah, they've got to get out to the 40-yard line to get a 1st down. 2nd and 30. And Hartlieb throwing, caught by Gray out on the right side. They mark it. I was just thinking, saying 2nd and 30, the Chicago Bears fans are probably shuddering if they would hear that right now after last night. Paulie was the one to force the receiver out of bounds that time. They mark it, Tim,
7
at the 17-yard line. Good call. So it will be 2nd down and 23 We're almost to the halfway point of the opening period. 6:07 to go first quarter. Watertown 7, Edgewood nothing, but a long way to go in this one. Edgewood trying to just flip the field here. Their backs against the wall, so to speak, to start this game. Defense made a couple of big plays here early on, but Watertown did take advantage of one of their short fields. New quarterback. So we've got now Logan Ritchie in at quarterback on this play here. Yep. Elijah Gray still in the backfield behind him. You've got two receivers to the left, one to the right. Ritchie taking the snap. He's going to launch it down the middle of the field. It's going to be intercepted at the 46-yard by Ian Rowe, the safety. Second turnover of the game for Edgewood. Rowe just kind of playing center field out there. Tim Hall, easy there hit, and it's Watertown football as they're going to have it at their own 40-yard line, first and 10.
Right, Mike. Nothing to
thrown. Yep.
Nobody in the picture, and the back just off the bench. Didn't have time to up. If I'm off to my back, or I'm going to run a keeper or something.
On first and 10 from his own 48, looking to throw across the middle. It's Miller. He's inside the 30. Side breaks a tackle, 25, 20, and he's tackled at around on the yard line. Big gainer for Oiltown. Finally by Daniel Play James, but oh my goodness, they mark
30-yard gain on the play
at the 19. And Watertown's in the red zone once again. Already leading 7-0. 5 to go first quarter. And now knocking on the door again. Right side. Flag on the play as he's down near the 10. We've got a flag down. So we'll catch the call here from our officiating crew. It's going to be a hold on Water to wipe that one. Holding will be the call on the Goslings to wipe out another nice run by Sipple. They're going to walk off the penalty yardage. See, they mark it at 29. First and about 23.
20.
20?
Will not have held scoreboard tonight. It's hard to go.
Hard, but yeah, this time we're doing this old school tonight here, folks.
We'll figure it out.
Back to throw. Wanted to hit Corey Stoss, and Stoss had beaten his man by a step or two. The problem was the ball was overthrown. Stoss had no chance. And it'll be a second down and about 20 for the Goslings.
That one to do over again. Just put more air under the football. There was no safety back there. And just throw it up. And give them the opportunity to run underneath the football. The higher you put the ball, the easier it is for him to run underneath the football and try to make a catch, make a play against the defensive back. Didn't give him the opportunity.
On second down and 20. Pauly again throwing this time to the left side. It's caught by Deneau at the 15, and he is tackled right there at 15-yard line as he was brought down by Trojan. And
gain of 14 on the
14,
play.
Yep, so it's going to bring up now a third and about 6. This is 4-down territory anyways if you're Watertown. Just under 5 minutes and counting left in the opening stanza. 7-0 Goslings lead Crusaders here in our high school football game of the week. Right now, Edgewood trying to come up big defensively again as they don't want to see Watertown go up double digits in this one.
5 for 11 through the air for the right-hander. Ethan Pauly.
On 3rd and 6, Pauly throwing to the right side. Caught.
Jailbreak.
Yep, and breaking a tackle inside the 10, inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Watertown. Evan Pauly, a junior, 6'4", makes the reception and takes it in for the touchdown, and it's 13-0 Goslings. 4:29 left in the period. So it's Pauly to Pauly.
Mike, you got to help me. Did you catch that? How many yards was that, fellas?
Did we catch what? Yeah, I was trying to find out how many yards
Nobody
that was.
knows.
Fisher is going to.
I'm going to say it was about, oh gosh.
How much?
Was it?
was on the 15. Thank you. It was on the 15 yard.
Yep.
Kick is up, and the extra point is good for Fisher. So with 4:29 left in period number 1, it's now 14-0. Watertown leading Edgewood. We're back in 1 minute. We'll take a 1-minute break here on DailyDodge.com.
Are you looking for that long-term relationship? Are you looking for someone who cares? This is Randy Bubbles, President and CEO of Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. We do care and we strive for that long-term relationship. Banking, that is. Community banking is all about supporting you, as well as the communities we live in. Our team at Farmers and Merchants Union Bank live in the same neighborhoods as you. We drive on the same streets. Our kids share the same schools and play at the same parks. We take your financial needs seriously and help you find a solution, no matter how simple or complex. We know you, you know us. No gimmicks. Just common sense banking with all the technology advances you have come to expect, with a twist, someone to talk to. We like long-term relationships and we do care. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. Stop in to see us. Columbus, Fall River, Friesland, Juneau, and Rio. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
All right, so it's 14-0 Watertown leading Edgewood as we come back here to Breeze Stevens Field. Goslings, here's the approach and the end-over-end kick. He is going to go into the end zone and out the backside for a touchback. So if you're just joining us here a moment ago, it was Pauly to Pauly. That was Ethan Pauly, the quarterback, finding, we assume that's his brother Evan Pauly, for a 15-yard touchdown. And Fisher tacking on the extra point. Goslings now up 14, and we're not even to the end of the first quarter.
Ethan Pauly, 6 for 12 through the air now for 106 yards and a pair of touchdowns. One to Evan Pauly from 15 yards, and the other to Daniel Deneau for 22.
And Edgewood now breaks the huddle. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. And they're going to put one receiver to the left side, two receivers to the right. And the quarterback, Ritchie, hands it off to Gray. Coming to the right side, 25. Cut back 30, 35, 40, and he's out across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Great cutback, breaking a tackle along the way. And finally, it was Levi Letts, the safety, that brought him down. But there you go. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for Edgewood. As the Crusaders needed a burst, they got it from Gray there out to the 43-yard line. So a gain of 23 on the play.
Well, there was a huge hole over here on the left side, and Gray showed some quickness and a burst after he broke the line of scrimmage in the initial off defensive lineman and cut a little bit to the outside. And
low snap dug up by Ritchie, hands it to Gray again, breaks one tackle, flag on the play, 45-50, 45, and he's tripped up inside the 45 by back near the line of scrimmage. Official looked wrong way. Yep, here we go. Now it is holding on Edgewood, so that will wipe that one off the board. But again, good vision that time again by Gray and a nice cutback, but it all goes for naught. So holding penalty. And they'll mark it off. Ball will be placed at the 32-yard line. Going to be 1st and 21. Another low snap. Ritchie hands it off, and this time on the carry, not going very far, was Andrew Stigsell, 76-pound senior. It was Carson Triplett, a linebacker, making the stop for Watertown. And no gain or loss on the play, as a matter of fact. We'll call it 2nd and 21 for the Crusaders. 3:25 and counting left in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, Watertown has a 14-0 lead over Edgewood. We are at historic Breeze Stevens Field in Madison, and there is a breeze here tonight as the sun sets on this beautiful evening. To each side. And Ritchie out of the gun, and he is going to be sacked. And getting in there for the sack was Zach Pleister, defensive end. He's a senior, 6'1", 219-pounder. And Ritchie couldn't get out of his grasp. And that they'll mark that back at the 26, so it's a loss of 6. Third down and 27. Watertown, we're talking about Edgewood's defense. How about Watertown? They can play some defense too, folks. Let's not forget that. With 2:22 left in the quarter. And Ritchie will hand it again. Look how big collision. As the ball carrier going to the right side was Stigsell again. And nothing happening there. Watertown snuffing that out. They'll actually, it's a loss of 1 back to the 25. So on 4th and a country mile, the Crusaders will have to punt it away. And we are now under 2 minutes and counting left in period number 1. 14-0, Watertown on top of Edgewood at this juncture.
Hey, it's 4th and 28, Mike.
Yes, it is. Ben Newton will punt it. And twin safeties back deep to receive for Watertown. Here's the kick. End over end kick, and it's going to take a Edgewood bounce inside the 40-yard line of Watertown. Still rolling, 37, and we'll stop right around the 36 for the punter Newton. Watertown is going to take over, and the Goslings will have it 1st and 10 at about their own 37-yard line. And
we're still in the first quarter.
We're still in the first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, but this is, this has got to be the worst starting field position Watertown's had tonight.
The first series started right about the same spot. Actually, it started at the 39. So
okay, so this is their worst starting.
And
that's not
by
bad.
A yard.
Yeah, by a yard or two.
Yeah.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Goslings from their own 37. Out of the gun, Pauly hands it to Sipple. Left side he goes, trying to turn the corner, and good pursuit. Good defense that time by Edgewood. Pauly just can't turn the corner. He was able to get a couple, but brought down around the 40, so he got 3, and that's it.
3.
Yeah, 2nd and 7 coming up, but pretty good pursuit that time by the Edgewood D. We've got just under a minute left now, period number 1. Clock running. It's 2nd and 7. All he wants to throw outside the numbers, 45, and he's ushered out of bounds on the near sideline by Mr. Ben Newton. Newton is the punter. He's a wide receiver, and he plays cornerback on defense. And that time Newton pushing him out of bounds at the 45.
Gain of 4 in the play.
And it'll set up a 3rd down and 3. 44 ticks remaining on that first quarter clock. Watertown just getting the play in here, getting some personnel set. Shotgun takes the snap. He's going to run with it. 45 and gets to the 49. He got the first down. Yeah, he got it by a yard or 2. So nice run by Pauly. Just shy of midfield is where he's brought down. They'll mark it at the 49-yard line. So a gain of 4. It was enough to move the chains. 37 seconds and counting left in the opening stanza. 1st and 10 for Watertown at their own 49 with 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Sipple takes the handoff. Going to the left side is Sipple. Cut back, 50, into enemy territory. 45 breaks a tackle, and he spin move gets him down to about the 41-yard line. What a little second effort there, a little burst. Tim Haldeman, I thought he might bust that for really big yardage, but as it was, pretty decent run for Sipple down to the 41-yard line. So that's a gain of 9. Yep, absolutely.
Yep, we'll give him 9. And
that's going to be the last play of the quarter.
Sipple showed great patience on that run as he had his offensive line people out there in front of him, and he's just allowed them to do their job and saw the opening and finally went through it. Nice job.
End of the first quarter with a score. Watertown 14, Edgewood nothing. Back in 1 minute on DailyDodge.com.
You can get those good big box deals, and you can get those great brand names, and you don't have to actually leave Beaver Dam or leave Watertown. You get all of that big brand name shopping at a lot lower price points with the local guy or gal that you're working with, which is nice.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
At Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Beaver Dam, the process of generation of vehicles to make fun again. No pressure, no struggle, or front quality customer service and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity as we shake hands and part as friends. And if you just on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing cookies. Let our family take care of your family. Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Beaver Dam.
Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman, Justin Wilski back at Breeze Stevens Field. We start football second quarter. It's our high school week. Tonight, a Watertown Conference opener for both teams. Madison Edgewood, nothing. And on the first play of the second quarter, this is 2nd and 1 for Watertown. A first down for the quarterback, Ethan Polly, as he keeps it left side. And he ushers way down to about 37-yard line.
Going to give him.
He only needed about a yard, and he got 4. So a fresh set of downs for Watertown. As you can see on your video screen, these things move right to see it, and we tonight already leading 14-0. First and 10 from the Edgewood 37. Out of the Golly, back to 3. Right side, launches it, and it's almost intercepted. Whoa, that was Herring, the outside linebacker, in his hands briefly, but could not come down with it. Tried to make a leaping INT, and Watertown catches a break there. That could have been Edgewood football.
Well, they call that kind of penalized because the defender was in poor position to play. I mean, yeah, he had to put his arms up a little bit, but that was just not recommended. I'm sure they'll take a look at that one on the film and say, hey, that's one bucket, and hey, if you get sacked for a couple yards, he'll get fined.
2nd and 10, Edgewood 37, the 35-yard line, down near the 32, maybe the 31. We'll see where they mark it.
We're going to give them 6.
And that'll third down and about 4 balls marked at the 31-yard line, Edgewood, and that's where the Goslings will be facing a third down and about 4. That sun has been setting, and early at the start of the game, we heading to the left side. Got the lights here. The press. We go. Now we got him. It's 3rd and 4 for the Goslings. And Paulie's going to throw. It is caught by Euler. He's inside the 20, breaks a tackle, 15 to 10, and he's pushed out of bounds to 10. Another first down for the Goslings. And they'll mark it. They're going to mark it right at the 10, let's see.
About an 18-yard gain on the play.
And right at the 10-yard line. So it's first and goal for the Goslings, who already lead at 14-0. And Pauly will hand it to Sipple. Right side he goes, trying to turn the corner, and he will not turn the corner. And nice defensive play there. It was Mark Herring that got there first and slowed him down so his buddies could come and help finish off the play. So Herring with a nice defensive stop. And did they lose a yard on that play? Lost maybe a yard.
Yeah, he lost at
so
least
it's
a couple.
2nd and goal from the 11. And the Edgewood defense trying to come up with something big here as Watertown with a 2nd and goal from the Edgewood 11-yard line. Ball on the right hash, and Pauly will give it to Sip. No, this is actually, beg your pardon, on the carry this time. In the carry was by Abe Thompson, 5 foot 10-inch freshman. No, beg your pardon. I'm looking at the wrong roster. It's Elias Adrian, Jr., 6 feet tall. And it was a gain of about 7 on the play, was it? So Adrian on the carry that time. And it sets up 3rd and goal from about the 4-yard line, but a timeout is called by Watertown. So we'll keep it right here. Yeah, they threw me for a loop because Sipple's been doing all the carrying, and all of a sudden, wait a minute, that's not 24 out there. that was not Sipple on the carry. But anyways, timeout Watertown with 9:33 remaining in the half. And right now the Goslings with the lead, 14-0, and they're knocking on the door looking for more.
And of all times for our spotter down on the field to just sort of forget to do his job. Jeez.
Oh, my goodness, I tell you.
Spotter.
Yeah,
not really something we get
no,
in this
not really,
bracket.
but,
yeah, well, you put some more points on the board here, and tell you what, we could have a rather quick second half, but funnier things have happened, Mike Tronson.
That's very true.
High school football can be sort of fickle at times.
Another game of the week for you next Friday night. Horicon Eustis Ford at Palmyra Eagle. Who keeps touching the I don't understand why the lights keep flickering. There we go. All right, on 3rd and goal. And this time it's on the keeper. It's Pauly straight ahead, diving towards the goal line. He's pushed back. Did he get in?
Nope.
He did not. He's down to the 1.
Oh.
So a gain of 3, and it's 4th and goal from the 1. Goslings trying to punch it in for the 3rd time tonight. They've done it twice through the air. Perhaps maybe on the ground this time, we'll see. Just under 9 minutes left in the half. 4th and goal, Watertown at the Edgewood 1-yard line. Pauly will line up out of the gun. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it straight ahead running. Pauly, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Goslings. So Pauly makes it 20-0 Watertown with 8:42 to go in the second quarter. Pauly now with his first rushing touchdown after throwing for 2 in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's been the Ethan Pauly show here thus far this evening. Through the air, he is, 8 for 15 for 138 yards and a pair of touchdowns, as Mike mentioned. And now his first TD by way of the ground.
Kick is blocked. It's no good. So with 8:42 left in the first half, it's now 20-0. Watertown leading Edgewood back in 1 minute on DailyDodge.com.
With today's busy schedules, you need banking solutions that are available when you need them to be. This is Tara Ninman, Marketing Manager with Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. We understand you want to bank when and where it's most convenient for you, and we've updated many of our digital banking products to make it even easier for you to bank with us. Our redesigned website is easier to view on mobile devices and has a clean, modern look. Our mobile app and online banking platforms have also been updated and include convenience features like mobile device fingerprint login, person-to-person payments, optional email and text alert notifications, and transfer of funds from our bank to another bank. Our business banking has also been updated with a new online business banking platform and business mobile app. Check it all out at fmub.bank. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. Columbus, Fall River, Friesland, Juneau, and Rio. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And it is now 20-0 Watertown leading Edgewood with 8:42 to go in the second quarter. Here in Madison, Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman. We are at Breeze Stevens Field. And it's been all Watertown in this first half. As the Goslings now lead it by 20, and here go into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Well, Brandon Fisher got a pretty good leg on him. We've seen that already tonight on display. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Edgewood from their own 20 as they move left to right again here in the second quarter tonight. You mentioned next Friday night we go to Palmyra is where we go as Horicon Eustis Ford will battle Palmyra Eagle. It's the battle of the co-ops and Cat game right here. .com, another of our video streams for you next Friday night, 6:45 for our coverage. 7 o'clock kickoff. Tim, myself, Justin, the whole gang. First and 10, and a handoff to Gray. Gray trying to go left side, and he is taken down by Watertown's Jacob Krogan, the inside linebacker. Jacob, is that Eli's
That's
grandson?
Eli's grandson.
I would think so.
Alex's little brother. Ripped a little basketball with Alex, and he's an assistant coach on the Watertown staff.
Just over 8 minutes and counting left until intermission. And it's going to be 2nd down and 9 for Edgewood from their 21 after a gain of 1. And out of the gun, quarterback. This is Ritchie launching it. Downfield, left sideline, incomplete. He had beat the defender by maybe a half step or so, and ball just out of his reach. It'll be 3rd down and 9. That was close.
Yeah, you had him beat. Once again, just put a little air underneath the ball and allow him to run underneath it, but not the case. They'll learn that as time goes on.
So it's 3rd down and 9 for the Crusaders from their own to the near side. The left, out of the gun, Ritchie rolling to the near side. Pressure coming, throws it, and incomplete. Let's see. There were 2. Well, looks like it was intended for Trudgeon. Also in the area was Ben Newton out there as well.
There was a couple of white jerseys. There's a couple of red jerseys. It sort of reminded me of the Graham in the end zone. That could practically should have been off, to be very honest.
It was appropriate that the NFL opened their 100th season with that game, because that game last night probably set the NFL back about 100 years. No, I was happy the Packers won it. We do.
Speaking of that, we got a penalty here on Watertown, and Edgewood's going to get themselves a 1st down.
Wow, that is big, because they have been struggling offensively in this one.
I didn't see the indication.
I didn't see the indication either. I didn't see the flag come out. And sometimes it is hard to see, from our vantage point. Sometimes you don't always catch the flag right away. But it's 1st and 10 for Edgewood from their own 30. In the backfield by Adrian.
Lost 3, almost 4.
Great defensive play that time as Adrian got in there and snuffed that one out in a hurry. 6 feet tall, 157-pound junior, and he made the play for the Goslings on defense. Loss of about 4, we said. It's going to be 2nd down and 14 back at the 26. 7:04 to go, first half. Low snap, Ritchie digs it out, fakes the handoff, and now pressure coming, breaks one tackle. Trying to go left side, and he can't get by the second man, and he's lunging towards the 30. So he picked up 3, maybe 4 on the play, but again, great defense by Watertown. That was Clayton Kopit, the nose tackle that kind of grabbed him and hung on, and he had no chance. And now we've got a timeout being called by Edgewood. 6:39 left in the first half. Our game tonight, our presenting sponsor here on DailyDodge.com is Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Reed Chrysler, Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance agent, Beaver Dam Community Hospital, Landmark Credit Union, Air Care, and Columbus Family Dental. It is 20-0. Watertown on top of Edgewood. 6:39 left until halftime here in Madison.
Mike, we just talked about Alex Krogan on the Watertown staff, coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you notice who else is down there? An old-timer. Guy by the name of Ron Miller.
Ron Miller, absolutely.
Ron Miller.
Yes.
Holy smokes. He's been coaching football since days of pigskin footballs and leather helmets. No, one of the good guys in high school football,
Absolutely.
folks. Ron Miller. Used to be up in Dodgeland, longtime coach.
And as we come back to action here on 3rd and 11, here's a throw.
Nice.
Caught out there and across the 50, 45, 40, down the left sideline, 30, 25. And down to around the 10-yard line goes Mark Herring. Richie hits Herring, who streaks down the sideline for a big gainer, and Edgewood finally with something to get excited about offensively here.
58 yards in the play.
Yeah, 58 yards and all the way down to about the 11. Oh,
I'm trying to figure out. Well, the 10 is there. Oh, okay. See the yellow stripe. I get confused with the yellow stripe.
Well, yeah, we've got
from
soccer.
our angle.
We've got lines out there for soccer,
Yeah.
which are kind of confusing too. 6:26 to go in the first half, but Edgewood with threatening to get on the board here with a 1st and 10 on the Watertown 11-yard line. Low snap, Richie digs it out, hands ball carrier that
Penalty
time.
flag, Mike.
Stigsell was the ball carrier. Procedure is called. Yep. The Crusaders against Crusaders.
D.
Yes, it
They're
is.
going to take the loss on the play of about, 2 yards? Let's say 3.
It's back to the, from what I can, it's at the 14.
All right. Get a loss of 3 in the plot.
So law 3 correct, and it will be 2nd down and 13 for Edgewood from the 14-yard line of Watertown. We are halfway through the second quarter. 6 minutes to go until halftime. Crusaders, and now do we have a timeout? Timeout being called. Keep it right here for the time being. Like first night of Watertown, and they go to Monroe next Friday night. Next Friday is the 13th. Friday the 13th, Watertown at Monroe for a 7 o'clock, and then the Goslings home for a game against Monona Grove September 20th. Well, for Edgewood, they're on the road at Oregon on September 13th, 7 o'clock start. And in 2 weeks from tonight, they are at Stoughton before coming back here to Breeze Stevens later in the month.
15:30 on your AM
they're
channel.
in Wanakee.
They are in Wanakee tonight. Best wishes to those guys. Some people are saying Wanakee might be down a little bit. Whoa, I'm not so sure about that.
They probably didn't get the memo.
Yeah, chances are.
All right, here we go. On 2nd down and 14, and this is Richie keeping it as he goes straight ahead and picked up a couple, but boy, there were white jerseys there almost immediately. We saw Braden Bolt. We saw Clayton Kopit. And I don't know if he gained or lost anything.
I think he lost a yard, Mike.
Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like back to the 15. So it would be a 3rd down and about 15. 5:24 and counting left in the first half. Still 20-0 Watertown. Edgewood now with a 3rd and 15. The ball actually just behind the 15 and around the 16. They got to get down around the 1 to get a first down. Low snap. Richie digs it out. Pump fake, now throws. It is deflected and falls incomplete. It was intended for Trudgeon in the end zone. Couple defenders there. One of the defenders bounced off that defender and ricocheted to the right of good 15 feet or so, but it falls harmlessly to the carpet. Now it's 4th down.
Well, it was tipped initially, and I can't tell you by whom, but then it was tipped right into the face mask of the safety of Watertown, and we've got ourselves a
34-yard field goal attempt.
Timeout Watertown.
Yep, they're gonna talk about it, but Sam Klistinski, the kicker, will attempt when we come out of the timeout what appears to be about a 34-yard field goal to try and get his team on the board.
With the wind.
With the wind, correct. 5:01 remaining in the first half of play at Breeze Stevens Field.
It's always nice to have the wind. Like playing golf. Always, if the wind's at your back, it's a wonderful feeling.
Last week, Thursday night, I went back to my high school, my alma mater, for the first time in 25 years. Watched a football game. There was a wrong that night. And so the teams, they had that nice wind at their back. But boy, it was that wind was switch at the end of the quarter. All right, here we go. 34-yard field goal attempt for Clist. And the kick is up. Looks like it's got plenty of leg. The kick is no good, wide right. Well, it had plenty of leg, as we said. But Klestinski misses it wide right. 4:05 remaining in the second quarter. Maintains 8-0 lead. Well, tell you what, you can't blame them for trying. And again, they did have the wind at their back and get you on the board, get you feeling a little bit about yourself. But unfortunately, Klestinski a little bit to the right over. And they're going to have it 1st and 10 on their own 20. Handoff. Side he goes, cut back. It's across the 25, and he dives out near the 30-yard line. Sipple got a first down on that play, as he picked up 10 exactly. Went from the 20 to the 30. 10-yard pickup for Sipple and the Goslings. 1st and 10 Watertown on their own 30.
Sipple with 39 yards gain on the ground and 7 carries, and just enough to complement the passing game of Ethan Pauly, and it's been a well-balanced attack. That's what you need to have.
Yes, absolutely. On 1st and 10, Pauly fakes the handoff, now looking to throw, and he's got wide open Sipple, 45-50, left sideline 40. He's going to go 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Watertown. No flags on the play, and that was well executed. Pauly finding Sipple, who was wide open here on the near side of the field, and it's 26-0 Goslings.
Well, really nice play action, and he handled the ball so well in the backfield. Like Ethan Pauly, he had his choice of people. He had a guy about 10 yards down the field on his right that nobody was close to, but he gave Sipple the opportunity to run the wheel route down here, right down in front of us, as we've got the left-footed extra point try. Yep,
somebody got a hand on it, partially blocked, so it's no good. But with 4:15 to go in period number 2, it's now 26-0 in favor of Watertown. We're back in 1 minute on DailyDodge.com.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamb, this world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Contact the Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC at 920-887-9700 in Beaver Dam today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
You can get those good big box deals, and you can get those great brand names, Dam or Leave Watertown. You get all of the lower price points. The local guy or with gal that you're working with, which is.
And we are back with 4:15 remaining, second quarter. Watertown now leading at 6-0 after a 70-yard touchdown pass from Ethan Pauly to the running back, Dylan Sipple.
That play took a while to develop, and you can credit the offensive linemen, Luke Miller, Zach Zubke. Those guys really did the job.
Fisher's ensuing kick is going to bounce and be fielded around the 10-yard line to head to the 15, 20. And, oh, my goodness.
Ouch.
On the return was James, and, boy, he got upended in a big way over on that left side of the field. Trying to see who got his arms around him. I couldn't quite see the number, but my goodness. James takes it out to the 25-yard line. So about return of about 15 yards. It's 1st and 10 for the Crusaders with 4:08 remaining in period number 2. And right now Watertown 26-0 have the advantage. Crusaders have had a couple chances here. Just haven't been able to get on the scoreboard as of yet. Ritchie back at quarterback. They motion a man. That's Trudgeon. And Ritchie, looks like a busted play and nowhere to go. And that's a sack for Watertown as Ritchie is brought down by both Evan Polly and Jonathan Nolasco, the inside linebacker. And a loss on the play of 5. It's going to be 2nd and 15.
Never a good feeling when you turn around to hand the ball off and there's nobody there to hand it to.
Nope. Yep, something went awry there.
That's a real lonely feeling.
And then all of a sudden you see that locomotive coming down the tracks at you. Los, he's tackled almost immediately on the play. Brought down by Ian Rowe.
Got 6.
Fine safety, but 6-yard pickup. Going to set up a 3rd down and 9 for Edgewood, but before that happens, timeout called, 3rd timeout of the half for Watertown because they want to get the ball back with plenty of time. There's 3:14 to go in the half. They get the stop, they'll get the ball back. They should have pretty good field position to work with, already leading this one 26-0. Well, we mentioned, and we're seeing it on display here tonight, Tim. We talked a little bit about it at the pregame that, Watertown brings back so much experience. A lot of veteran guys at a lot of these positions, including the skill positions, and that makes a big difference. And
Mike, it makes a really big difference when you run the spread because, one of the toughest things to find are skilled positions. Quarterbacks, ends, halfbacks, guys that can come out of the backfield and catch the ball, and all of those are needed in this spread offense that Benji Camrath and company likes to employ. And, you don't pick that up in your freshman and sophomore year totally.
No.
It just takes,
takes time.
Reps, and more reps. And by the time you're juniors and seniors, hopefully it starts to kick in.
On 3rd down and 9, we've got.
5-yarder.
It's like it's going Watertown. Yep, offside on the Goslings. So that's going to set a 3rd and 9 into a 3rd and 4. Isn't it funny though, Tim? Years ago, almost no high schools anywhere would.
It became very popular at the college level.
College level, yes.
20 years ago. Well, now you've
trickled
got
down
people
to the
that
high
have
school
graduated from college,
They're bringing
and now
it
they're
back.
coaching. So in the high school ranks, so it just makes common sense, and it's a lot of fun for the kids to do.
Play action, toss. It's caught over on the left side. Herring and diving towards the 38, maybe the 39-yard line. He picks up the 1st down. So Mark Herring tackled by Rowe, but Herring getting into the act here in a big way as of late. He had that big 58-yard gainer a little while ago, and nice catch there for a 1st down. So 3:04 to go, 1st half. 26-0 Watertown, but it's 1st and 10 for Edgewood on their own 39 out of the gun. Ritchie, he's going to launch it. Downfield, and it is incomplete, and he wanted to hit James. And coverage out there was provided by Jackson Wayner and Levi Letts. Make it 2nd down and 10 back at the 39 for the Crusaders with 2:52 remaining until halftime festivities.
4 for 11 thus far through the air for the Crusaders, of which the first 3 were thrown by Joe Hartlieb, and now since his injury absence, it's been up to Ritchie ever since.
2 receivers near side, 1 to the left, out of the gun. This is Ritchie, and we'll fake the handoff. Now throws. It is intercepted at the 45, and that's... Well, beg your pardon. Wayner. Jackson Wayner makes the interception, and my goodness.
There was nobody there.
There's nobody there. Watertown in business at the 50. They're going to mark it right at the 50.
Well, that's the third turnover of the night, 2 of them coming by way of the interception, and the third by fumble, and that's a great recipe to win high school football games when you get these types of turnovers, and especially now with 2:43 and counting remaining in this first half. Another opportunity with this quick strike, wide open offense for the Goslings.
1st and 10.
Jailbreak
on the
screen.
50. Yep, they throw it out to Stoss. He makes the catch. 50, 45, breaks a tackle. 40, down inside the 40-yard line. And Stoss finally upended at around the 36-yard line.
13-yard gain on the play.
Paulus on the stop for Edgewood. But a fresh set of downs for the Goslings. Now they're marked at the 37-yard line where it's 1st and 10. 2.5 minutes to play until intermission. Low snap. Pauly throws right side. Euler makes the catch to the 40. Tries to stiff arm a man. He can't get by him. Oh, great defense by Herring as he was not affected by the stiff arm tactic and was able to bring him down. So Euler that time loses yardage.
-4.
-4 back to the 42-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side. Out of the gun, Pauly on 2nd down, throwing. It is intercepted at the 28-yard line. Picked off by Trudgeon.
Here near the near sideline, and he just beat him. I mean, the throw was pretty much right there. Might have been just a smidge behind him, but Trudgeon read the eyes of the quarterback extremely well and made a nice break on it. Showed great hands. Of course, that kid goes both ways.
He does.
So, yeah, good, easy for him to catch the football. 1st and 10, Crusaders at their own 28-yard line.
1:59 left, first half. And the Crusaders take over 1st and 10 from their own 28 after Trudgeon's interception. 2 receivers to the left side of the field, 1 receiver to the right. And Ritchie out of the gun with Stigsell in the backfield to his left. Ritchie launching it down the right sideline, a little bit underthrown, incomplete, as he wanted to hit Newton, and with Newton stride for stride in coverage was the cornerback Dawson Bast. And the ball, a little wobbly, a little bit underthrown. Bast, a little worried maybe that he might come back and pick that one off, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. $1:52 left until halftime.
Nothing fancy on that play. It was just...
had the wind at his back.
Yeah, wind at the back. You just, get back there and throw it as far as you can throw it. And the receiver on the near sideline here just ran the old fly pattern, and just like you and I did when we were kids back in our day. At least we had a day.
Did we have a day?
I had a day.
On 2nd and 10, Ritchie again. Oh, here comes pressure, and he's line. Now he was flushed out of the pocket, and John Clifford, defensive end, the 6'5" sophomore, was able to bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. He did pick up a couple of yards, but he was running for his life in doing so. And it's going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Crusaders at their own 29 with $1:25 to go, 2nd quarter. Edgewood just trying to get the play in here. And they better hurry. they're gonna run on the time. Ball's on that right hash on 3rd and 9. Here is the throw. It is caught. And trying to spin away from trouble, the receiver was Trudgeon. But he is short of first down yardage by a good 3-4 yards. It's 4th and about 4. Ball's at the 35-yard line of Edgewood. 42 seconds and counting left. Now Watertown's out of timeouts. So if you're Edgewood here,
I think both teams are just satisfied to let it run out.
out?
I don't think it's going to run out.
They have to snap it one more time. But,
right.
yeah. I would say on a fourth down here, normally in this situation you're probably punting, but in this case, Watertown really wouldn't have much time to do anything anyways. Down to 15 seconds and counting. Or do they just take a delay and then punt it? I don't know. 5 come to an unceremonious end here as we have reached halftime at Breeze Stevens Field in Madison. At the break, our score on dailydodge.com is Watertown 26 and Edgewood nothing. Stay with us. Our halftime report is next. We'll take a break and we'll come back right after this on dailydodge.com.
Are you looking for that long-term relationship? Are you looking for someone who cares? This is Randy Bubbles, President and CEO of Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. We do care and we strive for that long-term relationship. Banking, that is. Community banking is all about supporting you, as well as the communities we live in. Our team at Farmers and Merchants Union Bank live in the same neighborhoods as you. We drive on the same streets. Our kids share the same schools and play at the same parks. We take your financial needs seriously and help you find a solution, no matter how simple or complex. We know you, you know us. No gimmicks. Just common sense banking with all the technology advances you have come to expect with a twist, someone to talk to. We like long-term relationships and we do care. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. Stop in to see us. Columbus, Fall River, Friesland, Juneau, and Rio. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamb. This world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Contact the Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC at 920-887-9700 in Beaver Dam today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You can get those good big box deals and you can get those great brand names and you don't have to actually leave Beaver Dam or leave Watertown. You get all of that big brand name shopping at a lot lower price points with the local guy or gal that you're working with, which is nice.
At Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam, we are a second-generation family-owned business that has been in the Beaver Dam community for over 25 years. Our goal is to make the process of buying a vehicle fun again. No pressure, no hassle, just quality customer service from our friendly and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. The worst that can happen is we shake hands and part as friends, and if you catch us on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing homemade cookies. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
And we have reached halftime here at Breeze Stevens Field in Madison. It is week 3 of the high school football season. And at the break in our Badger South Conference opener, Watertown leads Edgewood. It's the Goslings 26 and the Crusaders nothing. Welcome into our halftime report. Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman with you. Justin Wilski is our videographer and engineer tonight on site here in Madison. It was all Watertown, Tim Haldeman, in that first half of play, as the score would indicate.
That it was, and Ethan Pauley at the helm really showed why he is a not only a veteran quarterback, but very well established in the fact that he runs this spread offense just the way it's got to be done, and his ball handling in the backfield is just really, really good. I just love the way that him and Dylan Sipple work together back there and carrying out their fakes, and it's just really fun to watch. And Ethan Pauley thus far for the Goslings, 11 for 19 through the year. I've got him for 217 yards. Pauley also has carried the ball 7 times for 24 yards and a touchdown. Dylan Sipple 7 carries for 39 yards. So you total up the rushing yardage of 70 yards. You have a net total yards gained of 208 for the Goslings. Receiving, Cade Euler, 3 catches for 39 yards, and then 3 other Goslings with touchdown receptions. Evan Pauley, 1 for 15. Daniel Deneau, 1 for the first touchdown through the air of 22 yards. I guess that was the second one. But 22 yards, and Sipple also with a beautiful pass from Pauley to Sipple out here on the, what do they call that? I called it before.
The wheel route?
The wheel route. There you
Yeah.
go. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, the wheel route down here is right down in front of us. We saw that one coming right at us. That was fun to watch. So, and then the defense coming up really, really big. Holy smokes. I mean, you take a look at the stats for the Crusaders from Edgewood. 5 for 14 through the air for a total of 81 yards, of which 58 of those came on one pass and run to Herring. And then on the ground, Elijah Gray, who has been the main ball carrier for the Crusaders throughout the year, he's got 6 carries for 17 yards. And when you hold him to those kind of statistics, you're going to do well defensively. So a grand total of 15 yards gained on 14 carries for the Crusaders. Total net yards gained 96. So total them up, 287 versus 96, and that's a recipe for a whoop time, 26-0.
Let's recap that scoring, and you touched on it already, Tim, but we'll recap it here. Watertown's first touchdown came 6 minutes and 50 seconds into the ball game. With 7:10 to go in the first quarter, Ethan Pauley with a 22-yard touchdown pass to Dylan Deneau. Extra point was good to make it 7-0 Watertown early. Then with 4:29 left in the first quarter, Ethan Pauley with another touchdown pass, this one a 15-yarder to his brother, Evan Pauley. Extra point was good, 14-0 in favor of Watertown. That was our score at the end of 1. Flip ahead to the second quarter, more Ethan Pauley. This time he did it with his legs. With 8:42 to go in the half, Pauley with a 1-yard touchdown run. The extra point was blocked, but it was 20-0 Watertown at that point. And then with 4:15 remaining in the half, Ethan Pauley with his biggest pass play, the 70-yard strike to Dylan Sipple on the wheel route. Again, the extra point partially blocked, but hardly matters at this point as it's 26-0 Watertown with the lead at the break. Again, this is the Badger Conference opener for both of these schools. So Ethan Pauley came into the game, if I have this stat right, came into the game with 5 passing touchdowns. He's now up to 8 passing touchdowns in 2.5 games. Dylan Sipple averaging 5.8 yards a carry coming into the game with a touchdown. He's got a receiving touchdown tonight. Tonight for the Watertown Goslings. And Edgewood, they've had a couple of chances. They got it down deep in Watertown territory. They attempted a field goal, missed it wide right. They correct me if I'm wrong, that came after the on the same drive as that 58-yard strike from Logan Ritchie to Herring. And then earlier in the game, they were also down deep in enemy territory, weren't able to punch it in as well. I think turned the ball over, if I remember right. So they've had a couple of chances, but Watertown right now, the experience is showing through.
Well, one big key is the fact that starting quarterback Joe Hartley is out. And, I mean, he left about the middle of the first quarter, and it's been left for Ritchie ever since. And, you know, high school football, when your number one guy is down and out, just as you begin a football game, that's really, really tough. And I don't care how good your replacement is offensively from somebody else. And it's just plain not the same. The handoffs aren't the same. So much harder would struggle. That's all there is to it. And it's see a running clock here rather quickly in this second half.
We were talking about it early on. That this historic built in the 1930s, and to be honest with you, it's my first time ever being in this stadium. And a neat thing that maybe that I can liken it to is fields you and I have been to over years. Do you remember? Well, I would say about 13, 14 years ago, I got to go announce a playoff game down at Horlick Field in Racine.
You took the word
and
out of my mouth.
this is the place that reminded me coming in here tonight, because Horlick Field celebrating 100th birthday this year, and so much like that, it kind of brings back memories coming into this facility here. And like I said, this is my first time setting foot inside this stadium. I've driven by it, never been inside until tonight, and what a fun place to do a game.
Yeah, it's a fun venue. I'm very much at home here. I've got myself a nice chair with back on it, and I've got a nice little counter in front of me that I can put my stats on, and it's a whole lot better clipboards. I continue to shuffle around last week, and it just makes for a much more comfortable evening. I wish I had a jacket, which
I've one. I'm not using it.
Well,
so.
I've got
in
plenty
fact,
of
when we walked into the box, the air conditioner was on. So I said, well, it's a good thing I brought a jacket, but no, they shut that off.
Well, it's that time of year. It's that time of year, yeah.
Well, our presenting sponsor of high school football tonight here on DailyDodge.com is Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly, and we thank them. We also want to thank our other fine sponsors who have made this broadcast possible. American Family Insurance Agent, Beaver Dam Community Hospital, Landmark Credit Union, Air Care, and Columbus Family Dental. And again, we want to thank you all for tuning in. This is, if you're new to this, we can tell you that we're new to this, because this year is the first time that we have gone with exclusive video streams of our high school football games of the week. And we hope you're enjoying this video stream tonight on DailyDodge.com. We do it every Friday night, and in fact, next Friday night, we're going to head south and east as we go to Palmyra. Palmyra Eagle will entertain Horicon Eustisford, and that's our game next Friday night, September 13th, as we head southeast part of the state. 6:45 for our pregame coverage. 7 o'clock is the kick time here on DailyDodge.com. And then we look ahead to 2 weeks from tonight. We don't know which game we're doing that night, because I think that was going to be one of the fan votes. Justin's nodding his head. I know that the station was going to do a week where they were going to let the fans vote on which game they wanted us to broadcast. So we're in suspense on that one, at least for now, until we get through the voting process. And stay tuned here on DailyDodge.com and also on our radio stations WBEV and 95X, as they'll tell you about that as we move along.
I spent a little time up in Columbus this time of year, Mike, and I've had a number of folks. I just ran into a family. Remember Kathy Beck played for the Columbus Cards way back in the day with Jeff Schweitzer and the girls?
Name sounds familiar.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Ran into them yesterday over at Kestrel Ridge as Liz was picking out some Badger gear for the trip to Camp Randall tomorrow, and it was good to see them, and they said that they enjoyed the broadcast, and they're looking forward to hopefully hearing some more Cardinal football on the radio and on the internet and live stream.
And that's certainly a possibility down the road. And the way this Watertown team is playing, we could see some more Watertown football here on Daily Dodge.
Yeah, very true. And, they're both fun teams to watch, and tell you what, high school football, Mike, has just evolved to something totally different than even 10 years ago. It used to be if a high school football team, especially in the smaller schools that you and I get to do quite often. I mean, if somebody passed the ball more than 10 times in a game, you sort of wondered what kind of a football team they had, because, it was just 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
There were years that Cambria Friesland didn't pass 10 times in a season.
Well, Waterloo wasn't far behind.
Well, no, they weren't.
So, it's just it's sort of fun to watch, and it's fun to play, I think, for the kids. There's all the talk about how they're a totally different episode and chapter to talk about. But as far as fun playing this game, I think the kids have a lot of fun playing this wide open kind of football.
Yep.
When you're throwing the ball down the field, you're throwing jailbreak screens and little routes like they just did here to Sipple here for the touchdown, 70-yard touchdown. That's exciting. It's exciting to watch, and if you think it's exciting to watch, it's really exciting to do. I mean, man, when you practice that stuff, after school each and every day, I would just think it'd be a whole lot more fun than hitting a tackling dummy like I used to do.
A little more exciting than running the wing T, huh?
There you go. All right. Or
although that wing T formation that proved successful for an awful lot of high school football teams for a lot of years.
Speaking about old-time football, I haven't told you about this. Yours truly, I haven't seen you for a couple weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yours truly was in a little charity golf outing on Labor Day, all right? And they had this raffle of a Jerry Kramer, you know who Jerry Kramer is?
Yes, I do.
Signed autographed jersey.
And guess who won?
Guess who won? You're looking
Congratulations.
At. Thank you. Now it's going to cost me a couple $100 to get it behind glass and in a frame, but hey, more power to the people that get to do that for him. Book that he wrote called Left Guard or something like that. I forget exactly what the name of it was. But I bumped into Fuzzy Thurston. Oh, man, this is about 11, 12 years ago down in Florida. I was down there doing some college umpiring and happened to have a day off. The local newspaper that Fuzzy Thurston was visiting a local establishment in the area and was going to be signing his books that afternoon. So we went down there, and here we are, a couple of country bumpkins from Wisconsin, and oh man, did we have a blast with Fuzzy Thurston. And man, I'll tell you, I got that book and I couldn't put it down. I absolutely couldn't put it down. Now I was a teenager growing up through the Packer glory years.
The dynasty years.
Yeah, so I mean it was pretty cool to have met Fuzzy Thurston, never met Jerry Kramer, but of course he was just this year elected to the NFL Football Hall of Fame.
Way overdue.
Yes, without a doubt. And I wonder how many times I've seen Bart Starr sneak into the end zone. Oh man, I've seen that play a couple thousand times probably, but that was pretty cool. You know, that was a lot of fun. I was able to come home with that, and it was a fun day with my good friend Dave.
Speaking of Packers, not he wasn't a Packer in the 60s, but more recently, my day job, the company I work for, is going to sponsor. This is going to happen later this month on, I forget the exact night of the week. It's going to be on a weeknight, but it's for employees, and I'm going to get a chance to go and hear Donald Driver speak down near Milwaukee on, it's on 3 weeks from now. I'm looking forward to that. Should be a lot of fun.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's done some commercial messages, you know, for the driving public.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it's just been outstanding.
Well, let's start the second half here. Edgewood's going to receive the second half kickoff from Fisher. 26-0, Watertown with the lead as we start the third quarter. Here's the approach by Fisher, and boom, the kick is in the air, and the second half is underway. High bounce, and it's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to give good field position to the Crusaders. Smart move there by Trudgeon, who sensed it was heading that direction, and he let it go out of bounds, and so the flag comes out.
All right, where do they get it, Mike?
And they'll get it on the 35-yard line.
Now you cheated. You waited till the ref went over to the 35.
No, because this isn't the NFL. They get it on the 40. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to play golf with you or not anymore, you cheater.
Yeah, I cheated so much that you beat me by, what, 30 last time? Like, come on. Don't give me that.
30? Come on.
All right, 35.
Yeah, okay. Oh.
Got to make myself look a little bit better. But
we had a good time, though, didn't we?
Well, yeah.
We went twice.
Within a couple of days, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Had a good time.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Crusaders from their own 35. That's the second half is underway. Ritchie, look out! He is sacked on the play. He was looking to throw, and all of a sudden, Clayton Kopet, the nose tackle, comes barreling in and takes him down. That is a loss of 4 back to the 31, 2nd and 14 coming up. And unfortunately, it's been that kind of a night thus far for Edgewood. They just can't get much going offensively.
Well, that was amazing.
It was.
Oh, my goodness. That was quite the tackle.
Kopet, he knows what Kopet had for lunch today after that one. All right, 2nd and 14. Ritchie out of the gun. Hands it off. This is great. Left side 30. 35, and he's going to step out of bounds as he was being chased on the play by Krogan. So he picks up
gain of 6.
A gain of about 6, yep. And it will be now 3rd down and 8. Oh, holding? All right, we got a penalty. I missed the flag, and so it's a holding penalty. So they'll mark off the penalty yardage back to the 24. Got to get out to the 45, so it's now going to be a 2nd and 21. Good crowd on hand here tonight. A lot of folks made it from Watertown, which isn't all that far from here. Out! And he's sacked again. Kopet was there again, and this time he had a little bit of help from Zach Pleister. And they'll mark it back at the 18-yard line. So it will be 3rd and 27.
Loss of 6 on that play.
Going the wrong way all of a sudden here, and it's now 3rd and long from the 18. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Ritchie, out of that familiar shotgun, barking out the signals, takes the snap. And he's going to throw across the middle. It is almost intercepted. It went off the hands of Trudgeon. And an attempt by Nolasco to pick it off for Watertown, but it was a little bit out of his reach. And so on 4th and long, the Crusaders will have to kick from the shadow of their own goalpost.
Well, that one should have been caught by Trudgeon. It was right in his midst, but I think, when you're running across the middle, there's a lot of traffic in there, and he was hearing footsteps from defenders.
Newton to punt. Gets a kick away. Fielded at the 50-yard line. This is Deneau to the 45, left sideline 40. And dives inside the 35-yard, fairly short field.
Pretty much been the story all night long, Mike.
Yeah, it really has.
Whether it was, one of the 2 interceptions or the fumble or just, stopping the Crusaders on downs. And it's been a major recipe for a nice win for the Goslings.
And this is Sipple on the carry and trying to turn the corner on the right side. But Herring is there to greet him and bring him down.
Lost about 3.
He did. It will be 2nd down and about 12.
Yep.
We'll call it 2nd and 11. Upon further review. Ball right now at the 33-yard line. Pump fake.
Oh, God.
And he's got him. Euler makes the catch, breaks the tackle inside the 5, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Watertown. Pauly with a beautiful throw to Cade Euler. Takes it in from about 33 yards out, and it's 32-0, Goslings.
And Euler, after making the catch, just undressed a defensive back there with a little stop move. Just let him run by and then just trotted into the end zone. Great quickness.
So 32-0 Goslings. Fisher will attempt an extra point. Last 2 extra points have been blocked. This one, not blocked, and that one he kicked to Sun Prairie. Yes, it is good. So with 9:31 remaining in the third quarter, it's now Watertown 33, Edgewood nothing. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we're back right after this on DailyDodge.com.
At Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam, we are a second-generation family-owned business that has been in the Beaver Dam community for over 25 years. Our goal is to make the process of buying a vehicle fun again. No pressure, no hassle, just quality customer service from our friendly and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. The worst that can happen is we shake hands and part as friends, and if you catch us on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing homemade cookies. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
$9:31 to go, third quarter at Breeze Stevens Field in Madison. And right now, it is all Watertown. Goslings have upped the lead over Edgewood to 33-0. And now Fisher will kick it back the other way, and a high lean up the middle. Now goes right side 20. And gets taken down after crossing the 20-yard line. Grant Laufer, a junior, with the stop on special teams. And the Crusaders will go back to work offensively with 9:24 to go third quarter. So Ethan Pauly now, let's sum up his night. Let's update you. Ethan Pauly now with 4 passing touchdowns in the game, 22 yards, 15 yards, 70 yards, and now 33 yards. He also has 1 touchdown on the ground. So he's accounted for all 5 Watertown touchdowns, 4 in the air, 1 on the ground. And a handoff, and Gray stumbling, tried to cut out to the left side, and is going to pick up about 2, maybe 3. Let's see where they mark it. They mark it
We'll give it 2.
Yep, to the 27-yard line.
Interesting part of those 4 touchdown passes, Mike, 1 to 4 different players.
That's true.
Evan Pauly, Cade Euler, Daniel Deneau, and then Sipple out of the backfield.
That's absolutely true. So 4 different receivers have caught a touchdown for Watertown tonight. And it is now 2nd and 8. And the handoff again. This is great. Tripped up in the backfield for a loss. Adrian got in there.
Boy, he's not very big, but man, he's tough in stature.
Yes, he is. Wow.
Tackle, too.
Nolasco, we called his name a couple times.
Yeah, that was Nolasco, I thought, made that tackle. I could have been wrong. Man, that young fella can play football.
Well, they can all play football. Let's put it that way.
Let's see. Loss of 1 on the play.
It is 3rd and 11. And out of the gun, this is Ritchie. And he's going to run with it. He's to the 25, cut back 30, breaks a tackle. Trying to go outside the numbers and gets tackled at the 35-yard line. Did he get enough for the first down? Let's see.
I think he did. Yep.
I think he did too. Yeah, they're moving the chains.
Nice
so,
play.
whoa. That's a big first down. 11-yard pickup for the quarterback, Ritchie. And it keeps the drive alive with 7:49 and counting left third quarter. Ball's right on the 35-yard line. Edgewood moving right to left, third quarter. And it's a 1st and 10 with receivers to both sides. Ritchie fakes the handoff. Right side he goes. 35, 40, to about the 49-yard line before he's upended by Krogan and Rowe.
Got 9.
2nd and 1 coming up. There's the ball now at the 44-yard line. Edgewood trying to get something positive here offensively, as it has been 2nd and 1. Edgewood on its own 44-yard line. And here is Ritchie to fake the handoff. Going to run with it again. Got the first down, 50. Right sideline, 45. Breaks the tackle, 40. Cutback, 35. And he's down to about the 31-yard line. Ritchie. How about that run for the quarterback?
25 yards on the play.
It's the 31-yard line of Watertown. That's where they'll put it. 1st and 10 for Edgewood. But boy, an impressive run that time by Ritchie. Sold the fake and then went off the right side and picked up 25.
They just ran the, the fake dive, and they ran the option to the right side. Just read the defensive end, kept the football, and clear sailing down the right side.
6:23 and counting left, third quarter. On 1st and 10 for Edgewood from the Gosling 31. Ritchie takes the snap and fakes the handoff, throws. It is caught and then immediately tackled. It was trudging after making the catch.
Got a couple.
Ian Rowe, the safety.
Oh, we'll give him 3.
And it's a gain of, about 3 on the play to the 28. 2nd and around 7. They'll put 2 receivers on the left side, 1 to the right this time. And here is Ritchie barking out the signals. Snap has it out of bounds by Krogan. He just could not turn the corner that time. Racing to the outside, Krogan pushes him out of bounds. And that's actually
loss of 5.
Loss of 5 to the 33-yard line. So it will be 3rd down and about 12. 5:29 remaining. Third quarter, it's 33-0. Watertown on top of Edgewood. All right, this time 2 receivers to the near side of the field. Ball's on the left hash. And Ritchie out of the gun has it, looking to throw. Right side, trying to throw a fade, and that one is well short of the intended receiver, Newton. Wanted to throw a little fade over to that right side there.
I'll tell you what happened there, Mike, and Ritchie got that ball up right smack dab into the wind and didn't go anywhere. It looked like drive that I only got 400 out of 140 holes. Which that's quite often, by the way. If you've ever seen me play golf. Yeesh.
I'll be playing some golf tomorrow night. Did I tell you that? Yeah, I did tell you that.
Yeah.
All right, on 4th and 12. Ritchie launching it this time towards the left corner of the end zone. Leaping, and it's incomplete. It was intended for James. There was coverage there, pretty good coverage. Yeah, they're down 33-0. Got to go for it there. And James not able to come up with that one. So it'll be Watertown football. 5:16 to go, third period. Goslings take over 1st and 10 on their own 33-yard line. Mike Tronson is my name. My good friend and partner is Tim Haldeman. We thank you for being with us tonight on dailydodge.com. Thanks to Justin, our videographer and engineer, for being here as well. Does all the work behind the scenes for us. And on 1st and 10, Sipple takes the handoff. Goes to the left side, now cut back up to the 35 and got 2. 3? Let's see. Oh, they'll put it to 36, I guess, so we'll give them 3. 2nd and 7 coming up for Watertown with under 5 minutes left, third period. Third week in a row, we've had some really nice weather for high school football. Let's hope it continues.
Whoa.
Look out, that snap off the hands of Pauly, racing back for it, dives on it, back at the 15-yard line. Big loss of about 21 yards back to the 15. Well, that's one of the few mistakes we've seen tonight from Watertown on the offensive side. I'm not sure what happened there, Paul. You just
minus 21.
Yeah, minus 21, and not sure he wasn't ready for it.
He just from 7 carries for 24 yards.
Here we go. Pauly looking to throw now, looking near sideline. It is incomplete. He wanted to hit Cade Euler, but the throw a little bit off the mark, and it's going to be 4th and long. So now Watertown in a punting situation, deep in its own end with 3:59 left to play in the third. So it'll be Fisher punting out of his own end zone. And Edgewood looking to try and capitalize on what should be some excellent field position. Trudgeon is back deep for the Crusaders. Here's the snap back to Fisher. Gets the kick away with the wind at his back. It's going to bounce, and it takes a big Watertown bounce all the way back down inside the 25 to about the 23, where it'll be downed.
Wow.
My goodness, that was a heck of a
15?
kick. Yes.
That's 35, 65, 63 yards.
Wow. That's a heck of a punt. Again, it took a favorable bounce, and he had the wind at his back.
Well, he's got a great leg, Mike. He's shown that on his.
Well, yeah, he does.
He
does, absolutely.
And his kickoffs. A couple of his kickoffs have gone down inside the 5-yard line. That's really good for high school football.
Chicago Bears might want to think about signing him. All right, it's 1st and 10 for Edgewood. You thought they were going to get really good field position. So the ball is at the 23-yard line of Edgewood, where it's 1st and 10. Ritchie out of the gun. They motion a man. That's Gray, and now the play is blown dead.
Legal procedure.
That'll cost him 5. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Crusaders. And they move it back to the 18-yard line. 3:47 left to go, third quarter. Ball's over on that right hash. And on 1st and 15, Gray, the motion man, he's going to take the ball. He makes the catch out the 20, cut back 25, 30, and tripped up around the 30. Well, they motioned Gray, and as soon as Ritchie took the snap, he went right to Gray on the left side, got it out to the 31-yard line, gain of about 13. So it'll set up 2nd and 2. A short 2 or a long 1, you can take your pick on that. So we approach the 3-minute mark and counting of the third quarter. Edgewood with the ball in its own 31-yard line, 2nd and a long 1. The Cavalry, and he might have lost a yard here. We'll see. He hesitated just a moment, took off with it, but there were defenders there immediately. Yeah, he lost a yard in that play. He's back to the 30, so it'll be 3rd down and almost 3 now. With 2:39 to go in the period. 33-0. Watertown maintains the lead over Edgewood. It's been the Ethan Pauley show on this one, as he's accounted for all the Watertown touchdowns. Most of them through the air, 1 on the ground. Oh. And look out, that play's going nowhere. Fumble, yep, the ball came loose, and no signal yet. Now they signal Watertown football. So Gray lost it. That's the 2nd time he's fumbled tonight. And the Goslings recover, and they have yet again another short field. They'll have it 1st and 10 on the Edgewood 26.
4th turnover of the ball game for the Crusaders, and the defensive lineman ran a little stunt that time, and the 2 of them met right at Elijah Gray. They sort of sandwiched him, and the jelly oozed out, being the football.
It's a great description there. I like that.
That's why they call me the
analyst. Well, you're thinking jelly because you're reading those donuts on the way in here today. Trying to make a cutback, and he can't turn the corner. Good pursuit that time by the Edgewood D. There were several red jerseys there.
What are we going to say? Loss of 1?
Loss of, let's see here. They mark it where?
1. Yeah, it's about a loss.
Yep, loss of 1. So 2nd and 11 coming up. .140 and counting left in the 3rd. Pump fake. Now a throw, and it's incomplete. That one was intended for Euler. And it'll set up 3rd down and 11 for the Goslings. Say, why was the clock running there when it was an incomplete? Now they stopped it. They're going to reset the clock because it didn't stop right away after the incomplete pass. I think I hear 126 is what they're going to reset it to. Right now it's showing 119. Yep, they've reset it to 126, so we're good to go. Gosling's trying to punch one in or just get any type of score here to get that running clock going. And on 3rd and 11, yep, back to throw is Pauley, and it's incomplete.
My. Just lob it over the linebackers, and he had 6.
So it's 4th and 11 for Watertown. Fisher's got a pretty good leg. Is that probably too long of a field goal, even with the wind at his back there?
Yeah.
Because if they tried it here, it'd be a 40-some-odd yard field goal. 44 maybe.
Hey, what do you think?
With the wind is at his back, he's got a good leg. Timeout Watertown. I'm just bringing it out there, you know?
Hey, you know what? Why not? Give him a try. I think he could come really, really close.
Well, I think he could too. I mean, we've seen that pretty strong leg of his tonight.
And they've got
if it was going the other direction, I'd say don't try it.
4th and 11, you know what? I think I'm going to go for it. That's what I'm going to do,
But we're not the coach of the team, are we? That's Mr. Camrath's responsibility. And Benji, you and I were talking about the fact that back in the mid to late 90s, we were broadcasting his high school games when he was at Mayville. And in fact, I believe my first year here at the radio station, which was the fall of 1997, was his senior season at Mayville. Because I remember watching Mayville and St. Mary Springs in a big shootout. And I want to say he was a part of, and wild game that was.
Okay, we have an answer. They're going for it.
They're going to go for it, yep. On 4th and 11. The throw is incomplete, intended for Stas. But the ball will go over on downs to Edgewood with 1:19 remaining 3rd period. And the score, no change in that. It's still 30. Only had one scoring play in the third quarter, and that was about 2.5 minutes in when Pauly connected with Euler on a 33-yard pass play that found pay dirt. Well, there's no dirt on this field because it's turf, but you know what I mean. 1st and 10 for Edgewood from its own 26. Got to thank the staff up here in the press box tonight for allowing us to be here and cramp their style a little bit. We had to force them down a few windows tonight. We want to thank you guys for accommodating us. We appreciate it. And on 1st and 10, this is that's Gray. Yeah, went off down the right sideline. Elijah Gray. How about that? Taking it all the way out to the 46, which would be a 20-yard pickup if that's where they mark it, and that's where they will mark it. 20 yards down the right sideline for Elijah Gray, and it's 1st and 10 Edgewood now on the 46-yard line. 72 seconds remaining, third quarter. Two receivers left, one on the right. And out of the gun, Ritchie gives it to Gray. This time he will be dropped for a loss back of the 40. And on that stop, that got in there, and it is a 6-yard loss. 2nd and 16 coming up for the Crusaders from their own 40-yard line with now 41 seconds remaining in the period. Crusaders just getting their personnel set. Trips to the left on 2nd and 16. One receiver to the right. Back to throw Ritchie, and now he steps up, and he will run with it. 40, 45, 50. He gets across midfield and gets taken down near the 46-yard line. I'm going to mark it to the 47 of Watertown.
13-yard gain on the play.
And that will be the last play of the period. We have hit double zeros on the scoreboard. At the end of 3 here in Madison, our score, Watertown 33, Edgewood nothing. Back for the fourth quarter after this on DailyDodge.com.
At Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam, we are a second-generation family-owned business that has been in the Beaver Dam community for over 25 years. Our goal is to make the process of buying a vehicle fun again. No pressure, no hassle, just quality customer service from our friendly and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. The worst that can happen is we shake hands and part as friends, and if you catch us on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing homemade cookies. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
Well, start of the fourth quarter, and it is going to be a third down for Edgewood. Third down and about 4 from the 47-yard line of Watertown. And that play going nowhere as Gray, the ball carrier, got stuffed. Or no, did Ritchie keep it? Looks like he kept it. And lost about 5 on the play. It will be 4th and 8, almost 9 yards to go. And so a kicking situation again for Edgewood. Watertown 33, Edgewood nothing as we start the final period here at Breeze Stevens Field. Mike and Tim with you. Tonight's game being presented by Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly. Tonight's game also brought to you by Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance agent. Beaver Dam Community Hospital. Land game I watched at my alma mater last week, Thursday. The punter was doing that. My sister said, "What kind of style is that?" I said, "That's a rugby style."
Australian rugby.
Rugby style.
You take about 3 or 4 steps on the ball, kicking a spiral. That kid for the Packers,
he was big time last night, wasn't he?
He's really good.
Well, if we learned anything about the Packers last night, they have a punter and they have a defense.
Well, they had a defense against the Bears.
Well, that's true.
We'll find
Trubisky's
out
not that impressive. At least he wasn't last night anyways. 1st and 10, Watertown from their own 35. They move right to left as we see it in the 4th quarter tonight. Goslings, big lead, 33-0, and a low snap. Pauly takes it, now going to run with it. 35, 40, right side, breaks a tackle. He's to the 45 and gets taken down at about the 48-yard line by Trudgeon. But Pauly on the keeper picks up a 1st down and then some, about 13 yards. And they'll mark it at the 48. And a fresh set of downs for the visitors tonight, the Watertown Goslings. Watertown trying to make the playoffs for the 9th straight year. They're going to 3-0 after this one. They're off to a great start. Here's a throw by Pauly. Intercepted. It was underthrown. Intercepted at the 40. This is Newton down the right side. 40, 30. And he is wrestled down near the 25-yard line, but the ball underthrown by Pauly, and Newton was out there. He had an easy pick and takes it down the sideline and is forced down at around the 28, it looks like.
Yep. Yeah, that was one of those passes that you'd sort of like to have back. They were going for the jugular right there on the old stop and go route, and he just didn't lead his man anywhere near enough.
10.5 minutes to go in the game. 1st and 10 for Edgewood from the Watertown 28. Ritchie in that familiar shotgun takes the snap. And good protection. Now he's launching it, and it's incomplete as that one well off the mark out of the backside of the end zone there. Looks like it was intended for Trudgeon. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's got the wind at his back. He's going for a touchdown on that play, trailing 33-0. Why not? 2 receivers on the left side, 1 to the right. Ball this time on the right hash, and it is 2nd and 10. Handoff, nope, fake the handoff throw. Trudgeon makes the catch, escapes 1 man, and gets inside the 15. So Trudgeon makes the catch, and they'll mark it.
About 16 yards in the play.
Yep. Down around the 13. 1st and 10, Edgewood. Clock is ticking, and we are now down to exactly 10 minutes remaining in the game. On 1st and 10 from the Watertown 13. He got sacked on the play by Matt Higgins.
-7 on the play, and Higgins with a head of steam, and holy smokes, threw him to the ground. Nice play.
And so the ball back at the 20-yard line after that loss of 7. It's 2nd and 17. Two receivers to each side. Empty backfield this time. And
Watertown called a timeout.
Goslings called timeout.
They didn't know how to line up. The Crusaders had 2 ends left and 2 ends right in a major league spread formation, and Benji Camrath goes, fellas, I think we're going to just call a timeout. We haven't seen this one before. We got to make sure everybody's got a hat and a hat here and figure out who's got who, and then we'll play defense.
Next Friday night, again a reminder, we head to Palmyra. And next Friday, it'll be Horicon Hustisford battling Palmyra Eagle. That's our game of the week here on DailyDodge.com. Join us for our pregame coverage around 6:45 with kickoff set for 7 o'clock. Again, exclusively on the video tab right here at dailydodge.com.
And I have a bit of tribute for you.
Okay.
I know the grandfather of the quarterback for Palmyra Eagle.
You do?
Yes, I do. He's from my hometown.
Really?
Yep.
He's from
there. Now you're talking.
South Way?
Yeah. Yeah, he played baseball for my dad way back in the day. Yep. That should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. They've got a pretty good football team.
Well, they do, and I said I've never been to this stadium. I've never done a game in Palmyra either. I've broadcast a game involving Palmyra Eagle, not at Palmyra though.
This is just a year of firsts.
It is. It really is. 23 years later. And as we come back to live action, this is Richie on the run. He's to the 20. He's to the 15, and look out, he gets sandwiched between a couple of defenders as he was heading towards the 10-yard line. So Richie on the keeper. They mark it at around the 11 maybe? Or is it the 12? Well, we'll call it the 11, I guess. Or just inside the 12.
Where'd they start? Heck of a good question, right?
It's going to bring up it was a gain of about 8, I believe, on that play.
All right.
Third and 9 right now. 8:25 and counting left in the ball game. Still Watertown 33 and Edgewood nothing. There's been only the one scoring play in the second half. All right, on third down and 9. And as the ball snapped, we have whistles.
Time.
Delay a game?
Too much time.
Timeout. So a timeout called by Edgewood with 8:12 remaining in this one. Just going to see if I could find any score updates from other games that are going on. Final score, Randolph 42, Kenosha Christian Life nothing. So Randolph wins big tonight. Let's see what else we have here. I know speaking of Horicon Houston, they were up big in their game earlier. I'm just looking for see if we have an update. The halftime score in Wanakee, it was all Warriors, 57-7 over Beaver Dam. At the end of the third quarter, Horicon Houston leading Waterloo 50-12. So some of the scores we have rolling in from other teams in our area.
I would expect next week's game to be a pretty hard-fought battle.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that should be a good one.
Back to live action here, 3rd and 9. Edgewood has the ball just inside the Watertown 12. Richie out of the gun, takes the snap, looking to throw. Across the middle, it is incomplete.
Ooh.
Near the goal line. Trudgeon with the defender hanging all over him, couldn't hang on to it, and now it's 4th and 9.
Good pass, good attempt to catch it, but just better defense, Mike.
4th and 9, and obviously the Crusaders going for it here. They've had a couple chances earlier as they're on just inside the 12-yard line of Watertown. 4th and 9. Trips to the left. 2 receivers to the right. Empty backfield. Richie looking to throw, running. And he's tripped up.
Nice tackle.
Nice tackle indeed by big number 71, and that is Zach Pleister. And the ball's going to go over on downs to the Goslings.
-3 on that play, and credit Pleister with very good recognition from his defensive tackle position, keeping his head up all the time, watching the quarterback, and made a nice dive and a really nice shoestring tackle.
So Watertown takes over on its own 14-yard line, 1st and 10.
By the way, that young man goes both ways.
A lot of these guys
go
both ways. On 1st and 10.
Good quarterback.
And on the keeper, this is Brian Cronquist, a junior. Where's number 16? 5 feet 10 inches tall, 158 pounds. Cronquist on the keeper picked up 1 to the 15, where it's 2nd down and 9. So Cronquist out of the gun, has the snap and gives it up, and yeah, this is not Sipple, different ball carrier. Let's see who that is. Wearing number 23, 138-pounder, and Parpart. He got nothing. Yeah, he went right side and got tackled at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9.
I don't want to offend his parents.
7 minutes and counting left in the game, and well, this is the time you're up 33-0. You put the youngsters in and let them get some experience.
You betcha.
On 3rd and 9. Wait a minute, ball's not even snapped. We got a whistle and a timeout. Watertown has called timeout. So with 6:48 remaining, this one, the drama has been out of it for a while. Again, Watertown with a fantastic start to the season goes to Monroe next week. Monroe coming into tonight was 1-1.
Watertown will be favored there as well.
They'll be favored in that game.
Absolutely.
And then they will host Monona Grove.
And they'll be favored
in
there
2 weeks on September 20th. Monona Grove was 0-2 coming into tonight. Meanwhile, for Edgewood at Oregon next week. Oregon 1-1 on the season, entering tonight's play. And then in 2 weeks, they go to Stoughton, do the Crusaders. Stoughton 1-1 entering play tonight. So that's kind of a look at what's ahead for these squads. All right, now it's back to action here on 3rd and 9 for the Goslings from their own 15. And back to throw Cronquist. It's dropped. Incomplete. It was intended for Nate Gapinski, 6'5" sophomore. And on 4th down, just 6:43 remaining. So Fisher goes back to punt. Punting into the wind. And here's the kick. Whoops.
Coming right at us, Mike.
Yes, it is. And takes a Watertown bounce across the 40 and out of bounds around the 43 maybe?
Yeah,
that's where he'll stop.
We give Fisher all those accolades, and then he goes and has one go off the side of his foot.
That was not his best effort of the night.
No?
Put it that way.
But he's done a great job.
Yes, he has. Absolutely. They mark it at the 43. So that's where Edgewood will take over. If you're the Crusaders now, you just want to, again, try and punch one in here and, get something positive at the end of this one to try and build on and get a little momentum maybe going into next week. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ball on that right hash mark. And out of the gun, Ritchie hands it off. Stigsell. And taken down inbounds around the 40. Let's see. I guess they're going to mark it at the 42 or the 41. Nope, 42. So he picked.
Boys got all excited over that tackle.
They did.
He hit him pretty hard. Put him right to the.
These guys are going to 3-0 here in the next 6 minutes, and we wouldn't be excited about that.
These guys in the second team, they want to move up.
They do. Absolutely, they do. All right, on 2nd and 9, here is a fake handoff, and Ritchie nowhere to go. Here comes the cavalry. He's running for his life. 50. Look out. Ooh, and he is hit hard at the 49-yard line. My goodness. Sandwich between Grant Laufer and Brian Cronquist. That is a quarterback sandwich if I've ever seen one. And a loss on the play back to the 50-yard line.
Loss of 7.
Loss of close to 10 on that play.
8. I guess I put 8. Loss of 8 on the play.
Yeah, Ritchie just had nowhere to go. 5:14 to go in this one. 33-0. Watertown leads. Most all of the scoring happened in the first half tonight. We've only had one touchdown since the break. And on 3rd and long, this is Ritchie throwing. Intercepted. No, dropped.
Oh, my goodness.
Right into the hands of Jackson Zietlow. And he just couldn't hang on. And he's disgusted with himself. He said, I should have had that one, as he puts his hands on his hips as he's walking out the field. Well, you know what? It happens. It happens to the best of them.
He'll never have an easier one.
No, that's it. He'll never have an easier one. But, 50-yard line, 4th down. And Newton's going to have to punt. Yeah, he'll be thinking about that one tomorrow morning. Oh, I should have had that one. I get it. I understand. And here's Newton getting the punt away. Nobody was back deep. Yeah, there was nobody back for Watertown. And it will just it'll just die, actually, at about the 13-yard line. So with 4:44 to go in the ball game, Watertown takes over. And again, it's all but over at this point. 33-0. Goslings leading the Crusaders. So, 1st and 10 for Watertown. Let's see, they put Cronquist back in there at the quarterback position. They did. On 1st and 10, handoff, and on the carry that time. Ball carrier that time for Watertown was Taylor Walter. He's a sophomore, 6-footer, 169 pounds, and he picked up a couple. Out to the 15, where it's 2nd and 8. 4:19 left in this one. Three receivers to the right and one to the left. Cronquist out of the gun, fakes the handoff. Not going to run with it. Right side he goes. Out. He's out of bounds, but he got the first down and then some. Nice run by Cronquist. They're going to mark this at the 36. It's a gain of 21 on the play. 4 minutes left. This time 2 receivers on the left side. Wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Cronquist has it, going to tuck it under and run with it. He's following his blocker. Gets to the 40, 45, 50, 45, and he's pushed out of bounds at around the 44-yard line of Edgewood. Cronquist showing off the legs here on a couple of plays, yeah. Ball right at the 45-yard line of Edgewood. And that's where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Goslings. And yeah, you're a second stringer here. You can take advantage of this opportunity playing here. And Cronquist showing off the legs on a couple of plays on this drive. Ball's on that left hash where it's 1st and 10 for Watertown from the Edgewood 45. Cronquist will give it up. Ball carrier to the 40, 35, left sideline 35. Inside the 30 and down to the 25. And again on the carry was Walter.
20-yard gain.
They actually mark it at the 24, so it's actually officially a 21-yard gain, but
okay. I'll change it.
3:34 to go. Thanks, Tim.
I take hints well.
You do, huh? Was I subtle enough for you? Oh my, we have a good time, don't we? Here's Cronquist faking the handoff, looking to throw towards the end zone, and it's way out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Second down coming up. Stops the clock with 3:15 to go. I tell you, with weather like this, I could stay out here all night. I'm not going to, but I could.
I could just pitch tent down here and head to my tailgate party for tomorrow morning.
Yes, you could. Yeah, you.
My wife would be very disappointed.
You'll be just a mile or two down the road tomorrow, won't you, over at Camp Randall?
Yeah.
Is that Central Michigan coming in?
The Chippewas.
The Chippewas,
From
yeah.
Central Michigan. They're 1-0.
Who'd they beat?
Albany.
Oh.
The Albany Comets.
The Albany Comets. Well, here's Cronquist.
Uh-oh, this one's coming back.
Yeah, there's a flag down. Well, if that doesn't strike fear into the heart of Badger fans everywhere, I don't know what does.
The Albany Comets. Oh, you know how to get to Albany?
How do you do that?
Oh, take a left in Dayton.
Oh, you do, huh?
Yeah. I was just there this past weekend, and yep, ended up in Dayton. Can't say I've ever been there before.
After the penalty, marks the ball back at just inside the 35 at about the 34-yard line of Edgewood. Second and long, rather. And here is Cronquist throwing, got a man, it's caught inside the 5 and in for the touchdown.
35 yards.
Nate Gapinski hauls it in from Cronquist. 39-0 Watertown, and that puts the icing on the cake.
Whoops, wrong team.
So Cronquist, 35-yard touchdown strike to Gapinski. And looks like they're going to go for 2 on this. Why not?
Or why?
Well, to practice it, I suppose, is why you're doing it. That's was my take on it. So they're going to go for a 2-point conversion. Cronquist out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to run with it right side and diving. And did he get in?
Yep.
Yes, he did. 2-point conversion is good. So with 2:52 remaining in the ball game, it's now 41-0. Watertown leading Edgewood. Back in 1 minute on DailyDodge.com.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
You can get those good big box deals, and you can get those great brand names, and you don't have to actually leave Beaver Dam or leave Watertown. You get all of that big brand name shopping at a lot lower price points with the local guy or gal that you're working with, which is nice.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamb, this world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Contact the Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC at 920-887-9700 in Beaver Dam today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Just under 3 minutes left in the ball game. And Watertown kicking off. Goslings now leading Edgewood 41-0. And this is the approach by Fisher. His kick into the wind. Still a pretty good kick. End-over-end kick.
Moly.
Backing up the return man to the goal line. That's Trudgeon. Takes it out to the left side across the 15. Out across the 20 and taken down at around the 22-yard line. So that's where now we've got the running clock in effect here for the final couple of minutes because the lead is over that 35-point threshold. But again, it's doesn't mean a whole lot now. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Edgewood. And they've got the ball at the 22-yard line with exactly 2 minutes to go. Ball on the left hash. And out of the gun, Ritchie fakes the handoff. Quick throw to the left side. It's caught. And out across the 25 to about the 26 The receiver was it James? Let's see. Yep, it's number 5 on his back. That is James, Daniel James. Picking up second and about 6. They're calling it a gain of 4. Minute 23 left. Fumbling the snap was Ritchie. Picks it back up. He's got to run with it, and he will get taken down at about the 28. Still picked up a yard, maybe 2 on the play, but 1 minute left. Clock's not stopping. And it's 3rd and about 4. So time for another play, maybe 2, and this one will be in the books, as they say. And handoff this time. Off the left side on the carry was Abe Thompson. Freshman getting a touch that time, 5 foot 10 inches, 143 pounds. And did he pick up the first down? He did.
Yep.
18 seconds left, though.
Oh, Edgewood
And
called
Edgewood
a
is
timeout.
calling
Oh, you're kidding.
a timeout.
Okay.
So, we're not quite to the end with 14 seconds left. Again, tonight's game brought to you by a lot of fine sponsors. Reed Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance agent. Care. Columbus Family Dental. And, of course, tonight's presenting sponsor of our DailyDodge.com high school football game of the week is Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly. So Watertown's going to go to 3-0. More importantly, they're going to go to 1-0 in Badger South play. And a tough one again for Edgewood tonight. They dropped to 0-3 on the season, and they're going to go to 0-1 in conference play. But can you believe it? We're now a third of the way through the regular season.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I can't.
That's scary to think about. And on 1st and 10. Launching it, Ritchie down the left sideline, incomplete. And that will be, a flag just came in now after the play was over. Nobody wants to go home.
Clock continues to run.
Well, yeah, it does, and I guess it won't matter now, huh? Yep. The clock just hits double zeros, and
that's it.
Is that going to be it? Because there's a
nope,
no.
Timeout. You
wow.
kid.
So we're not done yet. And again, the flag was thrown at the end of that play, and then we had a timeout called. So hold everything.
Pass interference on Watertown.
Yep, that was the call. And I'm not sure why Edgewood's calling timeout here, other than the fact that maybe they want to take one shot.
Well, it doesn't make any difference if they called timeout or not, because there was a defensive penalty, and even though the game is over, you have one untimed
time. Well, they've got 2 seconds back on the clock now.
It's academic.
Who's they, by the way?
Oh, the pundits.
Okay.
The pundits.
Who are the pundits?
The talking heads.
Okay.
All right. I hope they don't consider us talking heads.
I won't tell you what they consider us.
That's not a complimentary
You don't want to hear
term.
what they think of us.
Not a complimentary term.
All right, here we go. This should be the last play of the game here, barring anything unusual. Ritchie launching it.
Just knock it
intercepted.
Down. No, just fall down now.
And, of course, he won't. And this is Cronquist all the way back to the 35-yard line of Edgewood, and he's tackled. That will end the game because I don't see any flags down. And this one is in the books. Final score tonight from Breeze Stevens Field, Watertown 41, Edgewood nothing. And we will take a timeout. We'll take a break for a couple of moments, and then we'll come back. We'll wrap it up for you right after this on DailyDodge.com.
Are you looking for that long-term relationship? Are you looking for someone who cares? This is Randy Bubbles, President and CEO of Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. We do care and we strive for that long-term relationship, banking that is. Community banking is all about supporting you, as well as the communities we live in. Our team at Farmers and Merchants Union Bank live in the same neighborhoods as you, we drive on the same streets, our kids share the same schools, and play at the same parks. We take your financial needs seriously and help you find a solution, no matter how simple or complex. We know you, you know us, no gimmicks. Just common sense banking with all the technology advances you have come to expect with a twist, someone to talk to. We like long-term relationships and we do care. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. Stop in to see us. Columbus, Fall River, Friesland, Juneau, and Rio. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam, we are a second-generation family-owned business that has been in the Beaver Dam community for over 25 years. Our goal is to make the process of buying a vehicle fun again. No pressure, no hassle, just quality customer service from our friendly and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. The worst that can happen is we shake hands and part as friends, and if you catch us on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing homemade cookies. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam.
You can get those good big box deals and you can get those great brand names, and you don't have to actually leave Beaver Dam or leave Watertown. You get all of that big brand name shopping at a lot lower price points with the local guy or gal that you're working with, which is nice.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamb, this world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Contact the Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC at 920-887-9700 in Beaver Dam today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
With today's busy schedules, you need banking solutions that are available when you need them to be. This is Tara Ninman, Marketing Manager with Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. We understand you want to bank when and where it's most convenient for you, and we've updated many of our digital banking products to make it even easier for you to bank with us. Our redesigned website is easier to view on mobile devices and has a clean, modern look. Our mobile app and online banking platforms have also been updated and include convenience features like mobile device fingerprint login, person-to-person payments, optional email and text alert notifications, and transfer of funds from our bank to another bank. Our business banking has also been updated with a new online business banking platform and business mobile app. Check it all out at fmub.bank. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. Columbus, Fall River, Friesland, Juneau, and Rio. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Your local Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly has a large selection of fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, and bakery items, and great savings. Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly is proud to be serving Beaver Dam and the surrounding communities for over 50 years.
And we welcome you back to Madison. Final score tonight in Badger South Conference action. Watertown improves to 3-0 on the season as the Goslings shut out the Edgewood Crusaders by the score of 41-0. Welcome to our post-game report. And, well, the drama came out of this one, as I said. Tim Haldeman quite early. Watertown got off to the good start and just never looked back as they go to 3-0 overall, 1-0 in the conference. Edgewood, a tough one for them as they dropped to 0-3 on the young season and 0-1 in the Badger South.
Good defense wins football games if you don't believe it. Ask the dude up in Green Bay, right? That was outstanding last night.
Yeah, it's easy to look at 41 points and go, wow, the offense was spectacular. And it was. Ethan Pauley put on a show.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't care what level of football you're talking about, whether it's pros, college, high school, peewee, I don't care. You pitch a shutout, and that's something pretty darn impressive.
Agreed, Mike. And they had 5 turnovers tonight, 2 fumbles and 3 interceptions, had great field position throughout the entire football game. And that just set the stage for, as you mentioned, a fine offensive performance by the entire offense. Let's see here. I had them for 250 yards through the air. The team total passing tonight 285 yards, with Cronquist throwing a few there later on in the ball game, one of those for a touchdown to Kopinski. But 13 for 28 through the air for the Goslings tonight for a total of 285, 26 carries in the ground for 108, 393 net yards on the ground. Ethan Pauley, 9 carries for 16, Dylan Sipple, 10 carries for 40, and Cronquist with 3 carries for 42 to mop things up. But, credit Sipple, who, was one of the 5 Goslings who caught a touchdown pass tonight as well out of the backfield. But credit him with keeping the defense honest. And, he's a fine back out of the backfield. And he's going to create a lot of problems for a lot of defenses in the Badger Conference this year. And needless to say, the other programs are going to come in and they're going to say, well, we got to stop Pauley. We got to stop Cade Euler. We got to stop Stoss, Deneau, Sipper. We need to stop these guys from passing the football. Well, tell you what, it's going to be bigger and bigger as you get better defenses to play against. Sipple's going to have to get some tough yardage on the ground throughout this season, and I'm sure that that's going to be stressed in practice this week. And taking a look at Edgewood, now 0-3 on the season, they were knocked down for 66 yards net, 183 total yards. So, when you more than double the yardage and you come up with 5 turnovers and you just completely dominate the football game, it's pretty easy to figure out who the victor was tonight. Congrats to the Goslings, and I tell you what, they've got a great chance of, being an undefeated team throughout the great majority of this season before they get tougher competition later on in the Badger Conference.
Just to kind of recap it here quickly, we mentioned the great night that quarterback Ethan Pauley had. So Ethan Pauley with 4 passing touchdowns in the game, a 22-yard strike to Deneau, a 15-yarder to his brother Evan, a 70-yard pass to Dylan Sipple, and a 33-yard pass to Euler. Pauley also ran in 1 touchdown tonight with his legs. That was a 1-yarder. So Pauley accounted for 5 of Watertown's 6 touchdowns in the game, with 4 passing, 1 rushing. The 5th and final touchdown for the Goslings came in the 4th quarter. The backup Cronquist tossed a 35-yard strike to Gopinski, and they went for 2 and got it, and that's how we got to our final score of 41-0. So Watertown, as we said, they visit Monroe next week before heading home in 2 weeks on September 20th to host Monona Grove. Meanwhile, for Edgewood, they will be on the road the next 2 weeks, Friday the 13th at Oregon, and then September 20th at Stoughton. And Friday night, the 13th, we go to Palmyra, where Horicon Eustisford, fresh off a big win over Waterloo tonight, will battle Palmyra Eagle in what should be a fun one. We'll have it for you right here on dailydodge.com with coverage at 6:45. Kick time is at 7 next Friday. Tim, I'll see you in Palmyra next Friday night.
All right. Sounds like a plan, Mike.
Should be fun, huh?
Well done tonight. Enjoyed it, partner.
Beautiful night here, and congratulations again to Watertown. Goslings now 3-0 and 1-0 in the Badger South, and Edgewood dropping to 0-3, 0-1 in conference play. Once again, thanks to Beaver Dam Piggly Wiggly, our presenting sponsor of our high school football game of the week tonight, and thanks again to Reed Chrysler, Kevin Carnine, Beaver Dam Community Hospital, Landmark Credit Union, Air Care, and Columbus Family Dental. 41-0 as the Goslings of Watertown defeat the Edgewood Crusaders here tonight at historic Breeze Stevens Field in Madison. For Justin, our videographer and engineer, and for my partner Tim Haldeman, Mike Tronson saying so long from Madison. Have a pleasant evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. This has been a DailyDodge.com sports presentation. Good night, everybody.